Cole
that or
Kidman.
whatever. We come.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Double A podcast where seeing double isn't a bad thing unless you see like two Galactuses, two Galacti. You might be in trouble if you see two of them. But if you see two of us, you're in good hands. We got a
You're gonna
lot to
see
talk about
a.
today.
You're gonna see a
Surprise.
silver. Fuck! I already fucked up the intro.
Did we do it again?
No, we're keeping it.
All right, bet. I don't know. I was fixing my beanie and I
Yeah.
hear you tripping. I'm like,
No, because I was thinking of because you were like Galactus, Galacti. I was like, what would it be for
Galacti?
Silver Surfer? It'll be like a what is a silverware of surfers. I don't like how you would have animals and
Yeah,
like
like,
if you there's a group of the animals like a turn of turtles or like a
yeah, yeah.
um
Like,
yeah I was yeah
like a
silverware of surfers.
spoonful of Silver Surfers.
Oh, that's better. So much better.
Yeah,
Spoonful of silver surfers.
makes
Yeah,
the sugar go down.
it's the most delightful way.
Anyways, we got a lot to talk about.
Yay.
We got real talk. We got news, talk of the town. We're also wearing the same shirts we wore in the first episode. We didn't plan this, by the way. This happens all the time. You
Yeah,
guys
this
who
is also like
know,
my favorite shirt. So
you guys who know. If you've spent time with us, you know that it's a thing that happens. It's a common occurrence. But
yeah,
yeah. You said you had a quote. You said it's a good quote. So
I
I want
got
to
a
hear what it
good
is.
quote. I got a good quote. Ready? All right. Like everyone else, I know the odds are always against us. That's just the way the universe works. I don't want guarantees, promises, assurances, or false hopes. All I've ever asked for is one chance to try, to stand on my own 2 feet and give it my best shot. Succeed or fail, live or die. If I know I tried, then I can accept whatever happens. The Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that one.
Yeah, yeah.
It's funny you
Yeah,
mentioned.
yeah.
It's funny you mentioned. Funny you mentioned Spider Man.
Yeah, because there's nothing that happened with Spider-Man recently.
No, not at all.
No,
Nothing we're
no,
gonna
no,
talk about.
no. But yeah, man, that's the quote of the day. You like the
That's,
quote? You that was a
of
good
course
quote?
I
Cool
do.
quote.
That's a good one. I like that one. You
Yeah,
got brownie points from me.
yeah, dude. And I know nothing about Spider-Man except for like what everyone knows. Think you
How?
read it?
What's wrong with
The
you?
quote?
Think you read it?
I don't know. I don't know, man. Like shit. I
Anyways,
keep forgetting what's Ultimate Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man,
there's
Spectacular
two
Spider-Man.
Ultimate
I always
Spider-Mans.
confuse. I always confuse like
Technically, three
what.
Ultimate Spider-Mans.
Just,
There's a show and then two comic lines.
fuck. I had no idea.
Before we get
Yeah.
into the nitty gritty, we got the
Mm.
quote. We got that out the way before real talk. Do you want to hop into some news real fast? I promise it'll be quick.
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll do.
Let's do
News.
news. I got the new. Hold on 1 second. Let me find what we're gonna talk about.
Oh snap. Uh.
1 second. I gotta find it.
Right. Get a load of this nerd over here. Jesus Christ. Oh shit. Oh, I like that one. Who drew that one, Anthony?
Marco Cicchetto, 2024
Yeah,
Ultimate Spider-Man. This is one of the three Ultimate Spider-Man.
that's
But
crazy.
found it.
What the fuck is that?
Okay, I got 5 pieces of news. You get to pick which one we want to talk about.
The
We'll only
napkin
pick
there?
one. Napkin. No, this is the news. We're very
Uh,
professional here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Anyways, 5 pieces of news. Let me know which one you want to talk about. Number one,
All right.
they revealed Spider-Man's new suit for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Number two, they revealed Spider-Man's new suit for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Number three, they revealed Spider-Man's new suit for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Number four, they revealed Spider-Man's new suit for Spider-Man Brand New Day. And number five, they revealed Spider-Man's suit for Spider-Man Brand New Day. So which one do you want to talk about?
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough
They're
one.
gonna say five with that one.
I'm gonna. You know what? We'll make the episode interesting. I'll say we're gonna talk about Spider-Man's new outfit for Rainy Day.
I guess you're gonna go with three.
It was four, but
Oh, okay, close. I like that one better, anyways.
yeah, right, yeah. That's a lot more interesting, dude. Spider-Man's new outfit for Brand New
It's
Day.
good. It's good. They cooked. They cooked.
They did amazing. It's like a mixture
Say that again.
between the huh?
Say that again.
It's a mixture.
They said they did what with it?
I don't even remember what I said. I just went what I said. Did I say fantastic?
Said amazing.
Okay. Say that again. Fantastic. It, it was amazing how they mix. It was amazing how they mixed. To me, it feels like TASM too, and the mainline MCU suit like in one. Because one of the coolest things is that it's actually like a fucking suit now, right?
Yeah,
Because didn't Tom Holland like not have a suit? He
he
was kind of
had.
like in.
They had a practical suit, but they would just like glaze it over with CGI, which I did not like. Civil
Yeah.
War had a cool practical suit. They all had. There was always set photos of him in costume.
Hmm.
I think there was sometimes where he'd be in mocap. That was Iron Spider. They had to mocap that clearly, but all his other
Yeah.
suits, they just completely plastered it with CGI.
Yeah. Now this dude he actually has like in TASM 2. This is the TASM 2 part.
It's
He
got
actually it's like
wrinkles.
it's like loose fabric a little bit. So
Kevin
he's gonna be
Feige.
swinging and it'll wave. It'll like it'll wave
Kevin
in the
Feige.
air.
Kevin Feige, how you doing? Big fan. Please do not cover that suit with CGI. It's perfect how it is. Part of the reason it's so perfect is because it has wrinkles. Please do us all a solid. Love you. Keep up the good work. Continue.
Do you think they're gonna do that?
It's like the one of me. I'm praying that they don't go that route. I'll
Yeah.
let you finish. I'll give my thoughts on it because I have a lot to say about it. But
Yeah.
I would hate for them to cover up such a good looking suit.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he's got a cool belt. I don't mind the web shooters.
I
They're a
don't
little
either.
bulky, but
Yeah.
yeah, they're a little bulky, but it's not like a nanotech
It's like the
like
comics of old
mix.
where he had like a big mechanism on his
Yeah, like
wrist.
it's not like it's not a nanotech mess. Oh shit. It's not a nanotech mess. Like it's not like oh how like Sam Wilson had an actual like helmet and then in the movie they switched it for nano because the Anthony Mackie just couldn't handle wearing that like how he did in the show. Um, you know? Uh yeah, no, the nanotech bullshit. Him actually wearing something, it just feels so much better. You could see it too. Like it's just there's so much it's not even
Output
personality, but you
tangibility.
it's yeah, it's real. Like it's just real.
It's real.
Practicality
Practical
is always
effects,
practical effects always feels better than when it's like CGI'd on top.
of
So,
course.
um I like the blue. I like the I like the webbing that's actually like on top of
You like
the
the raised webbing?
suit. That's what it's called. Yeah, the raised webbing.
You're talking to an
Um
expert. Yeah.
yeah, the raised webbing which is a TASM, not Tobey Maguire's bulky fucking webs,
That's the one you didn't
but
like because
it's
I couldn't remember if you didn't like raised webbing at all or you just don't like how Toby's are so
nah, Toby's was it felt like it felt like rubber on top of the thing. Like look at you just like you could just like like I'm thinking of like cheap like costumes where like if you had that raised webbing for example, like one will peel like that and it feels like you could just like pull it all off. That's what it looks like to me. That's what Toby's looks
like
like to me.
string cheese.
Yeah, like it's like a mozzarella like fucking cheese. But yeah, the raised weapon looks cool. Um, I like the eyes too, very OG comic eyes that they got looking, you know. And I don't mind. I never mind it when they would interact
The expressive
or when they would.
lenses.
Yeah, I like the expressive lenses.
It works.
So I think it works. Maybe it'll be cool eventually if he gets like Taz and Bug Eyes that also express very little, but I'm happy with what we got. That's the fine line. Happy with what we got. No more black and red. It's blue and red.
Black and red
Blue.
wasn't that bad though. It was cool.
It wasn't bad, but blue and red. That's more Spider-Man like right there. Oh shit, I got sneeze. Wow! Wow!
Bless you.
Shit. Okay, sorry. I had to do it for the clips.
You moved the whole light.
Oh, I did. Oh shit. Fuck. Oh yeah, it's in frame now. Shit.
It was like inching towards you.
Oh shit. It's like no, not right now. No, right now, babe.
I'm
Fuck.
recording. I'm recording.
I'm recording. No. Like what's that one guy? He's like, no, later. It's later. He's like talking to nobody.
Ladies.
Ladies, I'm trying to get to work today. I'm trying to get to work today. Ladies. Okay, cool. Sorry. Your turn.
So glad you asked. At first, bro, I felt like Christmas Day for the past 3 or 4 days. I think it was like 3 days. In time
Mm-hmm.
to fully release it, bro. I felt like Christmas every day. I'm waking up, new post from Sony. Doom, little teaser. I was so
Yeah.
excited. The first video though, I was just so curious. I couldn't make any decisions yet. I didn't know what they were showing us. I knew it was a Spider-Man suit, but like I needed to see more. Second
Mhm.
day, it's Tom in that dark room, and he's jumping around, and I'm like, okay, I see a little more. Um, I can't make a full decision yet. We're getting there. We're getting there. Third day, I see it in motion. I see it in broad daylight. I see it the way it's intended to be seen. I'm like, okay, yeah, they cooked. It took me a while at first because you asked me like, you think the suit's good, and I'm like, it's a good suit. Because
Yeah, yeah.
I think the No Way Home suit at the end, I think that blue was a little too glistening and too shiny. I wasn't a big fan of it. I
Mm.
like when the blue is a little darker, like TASM 2 suit. That's my
Yeah.
favorite live action suit. I think it's the best one. And
It's a good
then
one, yeah.
it was a little glistening, but then now we see it again, and I think they got the blue right. I like the red they went for. The only problems I have with the suit are like small nitpicks, but if you put them side by side, the TASM 2 suit and the Brand New Day suit, they look so similar. There's so many
Yeah, they're
things
very
that look similar.
similar.
Raised webbing, the way the blue goes, it's under the arms, and the belt, same thing. They have the same belt essentially. Brick pattern with the webbing because there's different patterns. Andrews
Yeah,
are
it's
it's a lot smaller, so you have smaller squares.
mm.
Tom's are a little bigger, which is reminiscent of early comic books. This suit is just very reminiscent of early comic books, and
There's less lines on Tom's.
less lines, which is good because we all know like how the MCU treats their suits, and it's a Spider-Man suit.
Should put more lines and make it nanotech.
It's a Spider-Man suit. It's a damn good one. What was I gonna
Yeah.
say? I think it's just something in my brain. It's I don't know how to exactly communicate it, but Andrew's suit feels like a movie suit. Tom's suit just looks like a comic book Spider-Man suit now. I
Yeah.
don't really get the sense that it's like for a movie because it's just like that's Spider-Man. I'm looking at Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, and
mask.
like
I needed to see the mask too to just tie it all together. But once I saw the mask, I'm like, okay, they're cooking. I'm excited. And it's funny because I've been so vocal about like Tom's movies and my disapproval, and then once I saw the costume and you have that name there, I'm just like, yeah, they're cooking. You bring me back
yeah.
in.
You bring me back the fuck in.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like cuz he made the suit, everything's like you could only imagine like he designed that suit himself. There's going to be like a little like there's going to be a look to it where it obviously looks handmade a little bit. But
yeah.
like
And clearly that's intentional. That's
but
the
he
point.
made it, so like there's no level of like high tech in that suit. That's not a high tech suit. It's not like an Iron Man suit where if Iron Man looks if the iron plating on that suit looks like it was from Party City or something, then you would be pissed about it. But if
Yeah,
Spider-Man has like, like you just don't fuck up the eyes because you know how like if you have like a really cheap Spider-Man outfit, you just kind of like
yeah,
but as long as you got that consistent and like it's like a he just kind of like put something to cover his identity. Like that's really all it was.
yeah.
You
Like
know,
he's
it
at a
always
theme.
rips. It
Yeah,
always rips. Like one eye is always missing at the end of like a really crazy fight.
you know that
Blood
reminded me.
everywhere,
If we see
gashes
battle
everywhere.
damage Spider-Man again with that suit, I love battle
That's
damage
what I'm
Spider-Man.
saying. So like it's just meant to conceal his identity. It's not meant to pad him or
Yeah.
anything.
It's like
You
giving the
know?
bare minimum for a
So
project. Like, I'm spider related. I'm gonna make a spider costume. This is my
yeah,
spider
so
costume.
that's perfect because it's just a costume. It's
Yeah.
not like a battle. It's not battle armor or anything.
Nah. Yeah,
You
because
know.
it's literally.
So,
I never. Yeah, that's an important aspect of his character. He's always diving headfirst into battle with just a piece of fabric on him.
he literally just like one wrong move, they could just kick him right in the nuts, and there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
Spider sense gets you so far. Ow, and then dude, like
Say
a
goodbye
lot
to
of
radioactive
responsibility, I guess.
children
Like,
with Mary Jane.
it, j-
His nut is radioactive, and then like he was trying to have a kid with MJ, and then he. This is a. This is some
and
deep
then
cut comic lore, but
yeah, and
I
then
have to show
Spider's
my
Man came
credentials
out.
somehow.
No, Spider's Man.
It's a good suit. It's a good suit.
It's a really good suit.
I am
You also
excited.
like you also like you posted on your story like that where he's on top of the war tank or whatever, the war car or whatever the
You know
fuck
what
it
that
is.
tank might be?
Military vehicle. What is it?
They had the logo on it. It's the Inner Demons, which is Mr. Negative's group of goons.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
talk
Mr.
about that
Negative and Scorpion. That's pretty cool.
and a
That's a cool
bunch of other
combo.
characters. But we'll talk about it because we're gonna
Oh shit, really?
discuss a bunch of other characters. But we'll discuss it in our discussion. But it's a good suit. I'm so excited. I've always liked Tom in the role. He just had that
Hmm.
childlike innocence, and I think growing with the audience is such a cool thing to witness. And like, yeah, like he looks older, and he's a more mature story we're about to tell. So
Mhm.
Don't fumble. Don't fumble it. Like they have the opportunity to do something really special here, and I'm hoping like
Yeah.
I'm putting all my trust in the director. Shang-Chi wasn't like my favorite movie in the MCU. It's not a bad one, but
No, that's all right.
I think he can cook. I'm gonna let him cook.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Hey man, hey man. The director for Puss in Boots was the director for the Croods 2 movie, and the Croods 2 movie was all right, but then he cooked in Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. So like, it's just, I guess it's whatever material the guy had that
Just gotta lock in. Looks like he's locking
he
in.
shines on something and doesn't, and just shines a little dull in other things, but they shine nonetheless. You know what I'm saying?
Starlight, Starbright.
Once upon a time, there was a shooting star in the sky, and it landed in the dark woods, and it brought new life. Oh,
We're
man.
gonna cut that out.
Fuck!
You guys can pay for the rest of the audio if you want.
Dude, yeah, we'll put it on our Patreon, $15 million a month if you want to be able. I'm just kidding.
15 every week.
Yeah, 15 every second you hear from the. No, yeah,
Anyways,
Antonio Banderas, man, fuck, I could talk about that man, that beautiful man,
you know what?
forever.
We're not gonna talk about Fantastic Four or Spider Man. We have a new to talk about.
Nah, we're talking about Puss in Boots. I'm just kidding. We're talking about Fantastic Four. That's kind of what the episode, a lot of it's about. So,
I
you
like
wanna
the
do that right now?
suit. You like the suit.
Yeah,
More of the story. It's a good suit.
it's a
We
good
we
suit.
might we might
Good
be in for a
suit.
real treat.
A good suit hints at a good movie, possibly.
Yeah, because it could tell that they're paying attention to the things that matter. Because it all starts
Exactly.
with like those small things. But
Yeah,
yeah, I think
yeah.
it's time for real talk.
Time for real talk. The real talk
And
in question
that never
is,
gets old.
yeah, dude, it's beautiful. It's like, you know, it's just a cute little camera guy. You like him? I like him. I made him. It's cool.
You made
We
it,
should
man.
we should probably name him.
Oh yeah. What should we name him?
We never named him
Do
anything.
you want them to name him, or should we maybe think of a name?
We could put out a poll or something. We could
I
make. We
think
could
we'll
do like a. We could do like a most. We could do like a vote. Someone will put in the comments somewhere the name, and then whoever gets the most likes on the name, we'll just name him
Nicole
that or
Kidman.
whatever. Nick- we come to this place.
Leave it at that.
It's an inside joke. You won't get.
Yeah, sorry guys.
No, it's just super. It's too funny to. I can't say that.
No.
The real talk in question, the real real talk is Fantastic Four. Just saw
First steps.
Fantastic Four, the first steps. I like the movie. I'm gonna go first,
Go ahead.
cause I always go first.
I usually exactly.
Exactly, because I
First
have the shorter and less specific conversation.
first steps.
Um, I'll say right now that I'm gonna give the rating first, and then I'll explain everything.
Okay.
I'll give
And
Fantastic
don't forget
Four.
to you either start with your negatives or positive. Probably gonna be positive, but
It's just a score based thing, and I'll go with my negatives first.
okay.
Fantastic Four, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, but I'm also gonna give Superman an 8 out of 10. They're at the same score, same
Fair.
exact
Fair.
score. Conversation we're gonna lead to,
Mhm.
will lead to why. I thought Fantastic Four was a really good movie.
I guess
The
you could
question,
say
it was fantastic. Say that again. Well, what did you say? It's clobbering time. My brother beat me. What
my
a
brother be
stupid movie. What a stupid movie that is. Fantastic
fantastic.
Four was good. I'm gonna talk about. Actually, no. I'm gonna go with positives first because I'm only thinking of positives. It's the best Fantastic Four movie. It's the
This is a
most
low bar, but
beautiful.
yeah.
Exactly, but it is. It's also the best looking characters, like the best looking fantastic characters. The Thing doesn't look like rubber from like the '05, and he doesn't look like Popeye's chicken. He looks like the Thing. Uh, it's the best looking Marvel movie because, like,
Easily.
if you were to say, oh, what does the Spider-Man city or Superman's metropolis look like? Well, what do you remember that makes it look like a metropolis other than the Daily Planet? You would just say the Daily Planet because it just looks like a city. You know what I'm saying? Fantastic Four had a beautiful Jetsons Johnny Rockets city.
Well,
Beautiful. I
I'm
couldn't
gonna
get enough of
interject
that.
real quick. In the original Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, that was associated with golden hours, and sun setting. So New York always had this like beautiful lighting. So I remember that. That's memorable. You
Hmm.
tried, you failed. Keep going.
Well, but
That's not a design choice.
that's a lighting choice more than an
Yeah.
environmental choice. Because like yeah,
Nah,
you could
nah,
say
nah.
the same thing for Batman because the Batman, the closest thing like what we already said prior, the the amount of light he got was a sunset. You
Yeah,
know, so
golden hour with
Gotham
the
always
volume.
looked like the dark, but Gotham at the same time also looked gritty and disgusting. Like it's a recognizable city, you know. In the Joker's was gritty, disgusting, and full of crime. The Batman had something like that. In the Penguin, it had something like that. Metropolis was a city with the Daily Planet on sitting on top, looking cute. In the in Fantastic Four, it was a beautiful city and everything had that look. It was like an actual set piece design and it was a standout for like all the other Marvel movies. It's a brilliant looking movie. And also like subjectively, I prefer Jets and stuff because like just so that's just
Retrofuturism.
opinion.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, Retro Future, Johnny Rocket's Fallout 4 is a really cool. That's what they went for. It wasn't like
Yep.
Aliens Retro Future, which is just a bunch of buttons and like like
Which
it kind of
still
looked like a bunch of
is cool though.
hardware. Exactly. No, they're both cool. It's just that this one looked like Fallout 4 Johnny Rockets. I love that shit. Uh, and I liked I liked Galactus. Silver
Oh yeah.
Surfer was awesome. Shuttleball, she was dope as fuck. Galactus, I couldn't have. I mean, there couldn't have been any better actor for Galactus. Um, clever little bugs. Man, that should give me chills. It was awesome. Everything he said was awesome. The story was good. I didn't reckon. I knew that there was cuts, but when I watched it, I didn't notice cuts. I
Like
know
cut
there
footage.
is. There is cut footage, like the Red Ghost being cut. The Thing had like 30 minutes less of like desired screen time for him. Um, I really did not put that together because the story was still consistent and concrete. Like the amount. Like I'm gonna spoilers, I guess.
Spoilers. That's right. We forgot to mention spoilers.
Spoilers. I don't think I didn't say any spoiler things yet.
No,
Spoilers. Uh, the Thing had a side story where he would talk to I forgot Alicia.
that wasn't Alicia.
That was Alicia.
I forgot. No, that wasn't Alicia. I forgot her name
Uh,
in the movie.
okay. So it was like it was a girl, it was a teacher, and there was like they cut a lot of the meat regarding that side story, but the amount you get to see, which was him like looking for love. They cut out him like in the dating show.
Yeah, they released
Oh
that footage. I
yeah.
saw it somewhere. Yeah, that was. I
Yeah,
would have loved to
where
see that. That would have been great.
exactly. Yeah, there's obviously there's you would prefer to see more, but the story we got from the movie, the final bit was him looking for love, so you already know the thing's trying, and you could already understand because of the way they would shoot, like him looking at himself in the reflection and seeing himself on TV
Oh, yeah,
with
that's one of my
what he
favorite shots in the movie.
originally looked like, and then and the screen turns off and you see his rocky
That was so good.
exterior, like you already understand through the direction of those scenes that he has troubles still accepting how he looks. So that very obvious. Um, but he still has that hopeless romantic, and he would go out. And then when Galactus was inevitably going to
Actually,
come,
not a
and everyone
hopeless
would
romantic though.
he's not a hopeless romantic.
No, hopeless romantic means that he believes in like fairy tales and love at first sight and all these things. He doesn't think he's worthy of love. That's not being a hopeless romantic.
Oh, okay. Because I'm literally I'm thinking of the literal term of a hopeless romantic. Like
Like he has
he
no
thinks
hope.
he's hopeless
Yeah.
to getting love in that sort of way.
Yeah. The
He
reason
he
it's considered hopeless is because like fairy
because it's
tales don't
not
really
like how it
like.
is in the movies. Is that why?
Exactly. That's what it means.
So that's silly. No, he's a
Yeah.
hopeless romantic. He's hopeless. He
Damn.
thinks he's hopeless. I mean, things are
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
be things have been grim.
yeah.
It's clobbering time. Um, so
Only in the
he
cartoon.
still tries. He doesn't think he's desiring of it, but he would still make the effort, and you see it, and you could appreciate it. And then when Galactus is inevitably coming and everyone's preparing, he went to go see her. And he's like, I'm just here for you. Like that's all you need to know that it worked. He got the Riz because she was excited to see him. You could see it in her face and the way she was acting. Um, you got you got what you needed. So I liked the execution of that. I didn't think the Thing was what was it that were people saying that the Thing was underutilized
I think so. I'll speak about it, but
because then you'll get to the underutilization of everyone a little bit. Because like yeah, Johnny was fiery. Fantastic was smart. He wasn't stretchy. He was smart. Sue Storm was Sue Storm, the most broken member of the team. It was
Yeah.
not a superhero movie like we both agree on. It's not a superhero movie. It's a movie. It feels more like a
It's a
movie to me.
family drama as opposed to
It's not yeah, it's not like a like Superman really did that and that's why it has an 8 out of 10 because uh it wasn't a perfect film, but it did a lot of the things that you would conceptualize of like a superhero related campy movie. Like it reminds me of Adam West's Batman. That's what Superman feels like. And Adam West's Batman was
very
a
Silver
laugh.
Age, very unapologetic, very comic book. You just
It was
flipping
a
through the
laugh.
pages.
You
Hmm.
know, I went to go to the Bat Auditorium to go watch it in the Bat Theater and see the Bat movie with
The
the
Bat
Bat
movie.
superhero with the Bat Superman. It was silly at best, and it was good for those reasons. So, but it wasn't like a great movie because that movie wasn't complicated at all. There's no level of like in depth. It was very obvious. I want to be human. I am human. Human is my best gift. Like they tell it to you out loud. So that's why I dropped it down to an 8 because it's still a good movie overall.
Yeah, because as a
Fantastic
movie,
Four,
that's very incredibly simple. But as a Superman movie, as an adaptation of a comic book, spot on.
yes. So you see that there you go. For Fantastic Four, it's kind of on the opposite side of that spectrum. It was less of a superhero movie. It was more of a, like you said, a family drama because the underutilization of the family it's within their powers and what they could pull off, except for Sue Storm, because that was a whole story bit and that was, like, you know, um, it was more about the baby than it was about them saving the day. There was no there was no villain, there was an antagonistic force. That's not a
Antagonistic
bad
force.
thing. Like you don't need a villain in movies. You just need an antagonist. Galactus was a great antagonist. I thought he was great,
Yeah,
cuz like through the level of sympathy you could get from him, you still don't want him to win, you know?
yeah,
But
yeah.
you could
That's a
understand his
great way to put it.
pain, because
Yeah, because that's
Galactus
just
like
what he
he
does.
wants his natural law to end, by replacing it with someone else. Like
Yeah,
I get
he
it.
kind of keeps balance in the cosmic universe. Like,
I get it, but I'm not gonna want to kill a baby,
yeah,
So, uh, and everybody in the movie, like the family, they didn't like I was mentioning, they didn't use their powers, but they all did their roles amazingly. They got them to escape. The Thing piloted the Excelsior away from Silver Surfer when they were escaping. He also delivered the baby. He also was the one. If it wasn't for him to break down the building, um, Galactus wouldn't have tripped in the assistance of Sue pushing him to the portal. Like the Thing did things, and it wasn't always things. It was more Ben things. Mr. Fantastic is another example where he didn't stretch a whole lot, which I knew what the director was trying. With the director, right? The director said that he didn't want him to have like tube-like anatomy when he's stretching because he wanted it to be more bounded in reality, which I think is silly because '05 Fantastic Four was great because he would unapologetically just use his stretch powers for fuck shit. When he's explaining in a party, he's explaining the
he's
Big Bang,
dancing and
and
like,
he's dancing, and then he's explaining the Big Bang, and his fingers just go boom, like whatever, a
or
bunch of
when he proposed and then he kneeled and like we're like, why is he the same height? And then he like shrinks down.
exactly. And it was because and
I think
shit.
it's funny to have that level of like grounded realism in one of the most comic booky movies in the MCU.
Exactly, and then like him joking about like how he's not like very masculine, and he just chisels his jaw, and like
Then Hugh
you
Jackman, like,
know, yeah, no, no, no. So Mr. Fantastic didn't stretch a whole lot, which I had a problem with, but the director was saying that like yes, like he wanted you to recognize like the limbs are still there, like the elbow's still attached and the wrist is still attached and the shoulder and the back plates are still existent in his body when he's stretching, you know. But it's like a Plastic Man scenario where like you want him to stretch. Like if you if because it in the original showcase of Mr. Fantastic's powers, his word for fantastic was like to consider him odd, you know? Fantastic was not originally meant as a definition for like something that's awesome and cool, which is now the word for something being
it
fantastic.
was
That's
weird and
fantastic.
bizarre and
It
strange.
was weird and bizarre because it was similar to the word phantasm, you know, which is like a weird and like and
Supernatural
like
thing that shouldn't be happening.
supernatural, like exactly a supernatural basis. So like he was a fantastic person because he would stretch, and that's weird, you know. So he didn't do a whole lot of that, and I had a problem with it. And then people make the claim that when he's being pulled by Galactus and that he was in pain is because he wasn't the one choosing to do it. And that's a different. Have you heard about that? When people say that it's because he's not choosing to do it willingly, it hurts. But when he tries, it's a different story. Why can't you just be willing to stretch? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
Also,
I heard that from you, but I'm thinking about it.
yeah, no,
I'm
I
thinking
see I
mixed
see a
emotions.
lot of people try to make that claim, and I think it's a silly claim overall because like, and you could also look up like Mr. Fantastic stretching. He stretches for literally no reason, you know?
Yeah,
Like
he
he
curves his
would
eyes around the
he
corner.
exactly he curves his eyes. He could literally just do this, like
Yeah.
to fucking look at it. No, if I want to look something really closely, I'm gonna just expand my eyeballs forward. I can't just do this. Oh shit. I can't just do You know what I mean? Like he stretches for the fuck's sake of stretching. Like I would do it too. Come on, man. There's a remote over there. Fucking let me just. He doesn't do a whole lot of that. Johnny Storm, he was a fire guy, and he was saving the day in the compilation at the beginning of the movie. But his overall story as of Johnny Storm was to translate the message and try to find some humanity in Chalabah,
It was great.
you know, which was fucking awesome. People forget that he's smart.
Yeah,
They're
he's
all
not stupid.
astronauts.
He's
They're
a
all
hot-headed.
astronauts.
He might be a playboy. Not stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. I also didn't have a problem with him being less, what's the word? Like yeah,
Womanizing.
he's less of a womanizer in this movie. He's not like Chris Evans in '05.
Which was so
It was
funny.
it was hilarious for the time, but like it's
Yeah,
it's like but '05 in general was a very like it's just a very
very
caricature movie.
reminiscent of that time.
Yeah, it's very
Early
caricature like it
2000s.
was a
Yeah,
very obvious, like you could tell very obviously what his character was because that's all he would do.
yeah,
They're like cartoons basically.
yeah.
That movie was a cartoon. Um Him still being somewhat hot-headed but having like, you know, um a reason to, go out for some sort of reason with the Silver Surfer because he still had the tendency to like want to relate to the hot girls in in the story, so he still did it, and
Just
I
like
thought
me
that
for
was
real.
cool. Bro, like come on, man. Everyone got to be like Johnny Storm, the new Johnny Storm. Everyone got to be like the new Johnny Storm. Um so that was I thought was remarkable, and then his willingness to sacrifice himself was very Future Foundation-y, you know. And I understand why you think it's all right, but
I'll
you'll
speak
get to
about it.
say why.
I'll
You'll
I'll
get to
talk
say
about it.
why.
But
I
yeah,
liked it regardless because making a willingness to sacrifice himself is like a no matter what kind of person you are, that's still something that you will never um no matter if you're like the nicest guy ever or the worst guy ever, you making a sacrifice is like the best, is the most like amazing
most
thing you can
heroic
ever
choice
do.
you could do.
It's the most admirable thing you can do. And then Sue Storm hints at the Future Foundation, so like I'm thinking it's gonna happen, something along those lines. So yes, and then Sue Storm, her being a mother is like the most important thing. Because the whole world was against her and Franklin because they were like, "Hey, we're not gonna kill the baby. The world's probably gonna die." At that point of the movie, they did not know if they were gonna save the world because they chose to save the baby, and everyone appropriately was upset. And then there you go to Reed Richards being the smart guy, being the conceptual, being the
Thinking of
strategist.
everything.
He's thinking of anything that he could possibly do, and then you get to the realm of what if we have to actually, give Galactus the baby?
Yeah, and she didn't like that
Man,
one bit.
she didn't like that one bit, and then managed to convince everybody that like you would give heaven and earth to your child. There's things that you can do.
But you
There's things
wouldn't
that
give your
are
child for heaven and earth.
there's no bounds to the sacrifices you would make for your child, but you want the world for your child. Like
And it
the world
showed.
needs to be there if your child is there for your child.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, everything
Think of the
everything like
kids. Think
that
of the
was good.
kids.
Yeah, 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 we make great fathers. Um, so Fantastic Four was
Or
good
really
in
cool
all those
uncles.
things. Yeah, really cool uncles. Yeah, we're gonna be great adults. We're already adults, but
Where
uh, but overall, Fantastic Four did all those things nicely. All the family had their roles. Yes, because Mr. Fantastic made the teleporters. That like everybody had their own roles. and you could see it wasn't with their powers necessarily, but it was with their actual character, you know? So, and because we're gonna see them all again, we will see their powers again. Like, I will, we have to see the Thing fight the Hulk, even though he's gonna lose. That's a very thing to do. So, we have to see that. And because they're all alive to do it by potentially, we'll see what everybody wanted to
They are
see.
all
But this
alive, but
was,
Hulk is the MCU Hulk is losing to the Thing.
you're right. Well, at least it's more it's more in the middle because the Hulk is
Yeah.
weaker, but because the Hulk is weaker, now he's in bounds to fight the Thing and actually be close. Because in
Nah, I
comics,
like
the
that
Thing
whole
is
thing.
always losing. The Thing is always
Always
losing.
losing, but
He's
it's
always losing.
admirable that he would go and squabble with the Hulk because he's one of the only people that can go punch for punch with the Hulk, even
Exactly.
though he's gonna lose.
Hulk is nerfed, but it's still the Hulk. So he's
Yeah.
not gonna
No. Yeah.
be
Yeah.
he's not gonna be knocked out by whatever. He might need to take a lot of good punches from the Thing for it to actually matter.
Yeah.
But now it would be somewhat close, I feel. But anyway, 8 out of 10. Good movie overall. It made me feel like a kid because I love Tomorrowland and it had that Tomorrowland vibe from Disney. I
Yeah.
love that. That was fantastic. It for me, it was either Superman and Fantastic Four. It up to that point it was preference and I
It
preferred
boils down to preference.
because I felt like a kid when I saw the movie. And that's one of the most magical things about that movie. I really don't say magical
That was me
in
for
in
Superman,
those
so I know
yeah,
exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I really don't feel that type of magic when I watch something, but even though it wasn't the best movie, there was like a glisten in my eye for a little bit.
Yeah, and that's a
I
special
did
thing. That's
water
that's why we
I
love
did
movies.
water my eyes did water during the credits thinking about it. Cuz I
Yeah, I
was like,
know.
wow, it's been like 16 years since the last time I went to Tomorrowland. And I remember being in Tomorrowland and the way this everything looked and then, like being with my family and like just being a kid. I felt like a kid. Man, what a wow. Shit. Wow.
Why we
Okay,
this is
well,
why we love movies.
yeah, man, this is where we tell stories. All right, it's your turn, your turn.
Um, I'm fairly positive. I think coming out the gate, I gave it like a 7.5, but I think I'm
Mhm.
willing to probably raise it a little bit because I had to sit with the things that I didn't like, but I think it does things. There's a lot more positives than negatives.
Who's the thing?
So here's the thing: 7.5 might be 8. We'll see after I go through everything.
Mhm.
Right off the bat, it's the best looking MCU movie, bar none.
Yeah.
Cinematography was top notch. There were so many beautiful shots in that movie, all the space shots, even the
Anamorphic
things
lens.
in New York they shot anamorphically, which is so cool. They really leaned into it too. Johnny's fire gave those blue flares that
Mhm.
are so pronounced with that sort of lens. The
Yeah.
Ted Gilbert show, and then you have your blue and your beige and beautiful palette, beautiful cinematography,
The
beautiful
score.
sets. Michael Giacchino, we love you, man. We have a spot. You want to come talk to us? Like we
Dude, I'm telling
more
you,
than
you could
willing
go like
to.
right there. You could go like right here.
Like
You could fit
right,
right
like in the
there.
middle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Michael Giacchino score. I guess there's a debate to be had. I think it's a better score than Superman's. I really like Superman's though.
Yeah.
But I guess if we say which one's more memorable, fantastic. Like how do you forget that? You know, it's like
Bum,
drilled in your
bum,
subconscious.
bum, bum, bum.
Um, look was great. The way the characters look were great for the
Fantastic.
most part. Fantastic for the most part because there were some that I wasn't really sold on, and that's one of my
Okay.
main issues with the movie.
Yeah.
Um, Silver Surfer, we have a spot for you too if you want.
Shut ball, bro.
Sue, Vanessa Kirby is fantastic. I loved her and everything I'd seen her in. She is Jack Kirby's granddaughter, so I think it's super special that she like absolutely killed this role.
Yeah.
Paying ultimate respects to her grandfather's creations and in this world he kind of ushered in.
Which was also done really well too.
It was a big homage to Jack Kirby's
Yeah.
all these characters and the worlds he's created and 828 being a reference to his birthday and the quote they
Mhm.
gave at the end. um I think that's a really beautiful thing to acknowledge, the root and the source of all these fun characters and like the they all are derivative of this certain thing. So to pay the respects in that manner, I think was super special. Something I
Yeah.
really like, especially being a comic guy and like having read these stories, adapting them to the big screen and paying respects to what came before.
Mhm.
You get points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving it all its flowers because there was a lot that it did do right. I guess the only
Yeah.
thing is like after the movie, I know you were like over the moon. I was just kind of sitting there and
Mhm.
but it's not that I didn't like it. I just the problems are more prevalent than the things that they did right. Usually like you could do everything right, but if something's off, that's what's going to stick with you more.
Yeah.
So,
No, yeah, yeah.
love Reed as a
No, that sounds right.
character. Love Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four run. Because that's the one that really opened my eyes to what Reed can be as a character.
Yeah.
He's incredibly complex and nuanced, and that's what I like about superheroes and these sort of characters. Like they're not just like caricatures, like the 2005 movie. There's depth to them, and there's a profundity to them. And Reed is incredibly smart, one of the smartest in the Marvel universe, but also because of his intellect, he's very distant emotionally, and his morals, like we saw in the movie, because they did do
Yeah.
some things right in that aspect. And I was kind of with Pedro's Reed, I was kind of like, okay, that's good. Can we
Yeah.
keep going? And it kind of I met in the middle there, but that moral ambiguity I think is such an important part of his character, and it's such an interesting aspect of his character.
Yeah.
Everyone's thinking, and like clearly we're gonna save the baby, like Johnny's there, Sue clearly, um the thing is there, like, yeah, we're gonna save the baby, and Reed's thinking, and Sue is like, i I know you're not thinking what I think you're thinking, and he's like,
I know how you
but
are, and I hate it sometimes.
I know you are,
Yeah.
and I hate it. I think they did good with their dynamic too,
Yeah.
because the interesting thing, it's very on the nose. Obviously, the Invisible Woman wants nothing more to be seen because she's married to one of the smartest people in the world. And in the beginning of the Hickman run, she's kind of she's walking with a lady, and they're talking, and it's like the lady's gonna go on a date, and then it's like, how about you? Are you seeing anyone? It's like, I am seeing someone, and he's just so weird, and yeah, and she's like, oh, like dump him, leave him, find someone else. She's like, no, but I love this man. You know,
Yeah.
they have a very interesting dynamic because she knows she didn't make a mistake marrying Reed, because Reed's not like that on purpose. It's just
That's just how he is.
he's burdened with this with his genius level intellect, so it makes things difficult.
At least he ain't the maker.
Maker's so cool. That was my guess for the post credit
I did a
scene.
lot
We
of
did
research. I did a lot of research on the maker. I know a lot of things about it. Now I know why you like him a lot.
yeah. Why do you think I like him a lot? I'll continue afterwards. I wanna hear what you think.
Well, because the maker's backstory is opposite of like Reed Richards, like Mr. Fantastic, because Fantastic, like Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards' original Fantastic, he was kind of like encouraged to be weird, and they financed him in the Baxter Building, et cetera,
Yeah.
et cetera. But then the maker's story was like he was weird, and his parents hated him for it. And then the government, because they recognized him with like he was the first one to actually put items into, I forgot what it's called, but like in the dark part of the world or
Oh
whatever,
yeah.
like it was, I forgot what it's called, like the void or something. That's not the void,
Mm,
but like the empty space or some shit like that. He started putting like toy cars and shit with Ben,
yeah.
and then the government was like, we can use you, we could finance you in the Baxter Building, and we'll pay your parents to have him gone. And then like eventually the parents were like, oh fuck yeah, we don't want him in the house. Well, yeah, take him, free money, take him.
It's one of those
So, and then
instances where it's like they had every right to become the villain.
exactly,
And
yeah,
scary
and
villains, super intelligent villains are terrifying.
yeah, 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 Doctor Doom, Doctor
Yeah.
Doom, Doctor Doom is less of a bad guy in
He just wants
in
to
this
do right
run.
for his for his not town, his whole country, his whole
Yeah,
what's the word I'm
Latveria.
thinking of? His nation, his whole nation.
Yeah, and that also they didn't get their powers through the cosmic storm. They had it through a teleportation explosion accident,
Yeah.
trying to get there to the other place. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
Uh, Man, no, and yeah, so then and I know what he did. He also did some incredibly insane shit to the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
He convinced Reed into thinking he was Doctor Doom, you know,
Yeah.
because he can't stand the fact that Reed, like normal Reed Richards, especially in Secret Wars, that like, through all the things you've gone through, like you could still be a better person. And the
Yeah.
maker
It's
decided to give
unfathomable to
up
him.
on that. And he loathes the fact that Mr. Fantastic is all right with
World's
what he's
smartest
gone through,
world's
you
smartest
know.
dumb person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the maker, and then I understand why he's got that weird cone head. It's because he made a town, he made a world, because he went to make his own nation. He was so smart that he managed to he manipulated time so that we live in a normal time, and he's actually advanced like 2,000 years or
Yeah.
however
Yeah.
many thousand
I
years.
think I
So
think
he
he's
needed
fire.
to extend his memory bank by actually having more storage in his brain. That's smart.
Yeah.
I like it.
I
Okay,
think I
now I
think he's a
understand.
for the Ultimate Universe, him being the villain makes perfect sense because it's like it's Ultimate deals with like different universe. I think it's cool. I like the Maker and I like Reed. I wish we could have seen like Council of Reed, some sort of thing. I don't know if they'll go that route. But like I
Yeah.
was saying, yeah, one of my main gripes with the movie, um, I think Pedro could have pulled it off, but I'm so used to him. I mean, he's Grogu's father in The Mandalorian. He's Joel in The Last of Us. Uh, he's Reed is a father, but not in the traditional sense. Cause like Mando, he's cradling Grogu and hey, don't touch that, don't play with that. Traditional father. Like I'm not gonna say capital D daddy. That's just weird. Like what are we
Yeah,
doing?
no. What kind of interrogation interview question is that?
He's a dad in the sense that like I'm not gonna baby you. I mean, his kids are smart. I'm not gonna baby you. I'm gonna be here if you need me, but I'm also incredibly busy. I can't spend as much time. But it's not because I don't love you. It's because I got bigger
He
fish
has a
to
lot
fry.
of
The
responsibility.
fate of the multiverse, which also isn't something that he has to take upon himself as his responsibility, but that's just what he does.
Yeah, because he
But I
would be
really
one of the only
liked
people that can do that.
one of the only people that can do that. So when worst comes to worst, Galactus is coming. He's got to. It's going to be up to him ultimately because what are the other people going to be able to think? So I like that
Yeah,
aspect of Reed's character, and I just think seeing Pedro like he's so charismatic and he's so warm, and I'm just like man I can't really it's not clicking with me really.
yeah.
I needed
They
that
could
I
have they
needed
could have
that distance
switched
they're given.
they could have switched Pedro with anybody else. I wouldn't have minded that. He would have out of everybody in the crew, the casting crew, or the acting, he could have been the one that could have been switched. I liked everybody else's role though.
Yeah, because we've also seen a lot of Pedro. It's just I think it's like a current events thing, but
Yeah,
I
that
think
too. Yeah.
I think he's a good read for this scenario and this story. But as a read overall, I think there's so many levels to his character. The thing is my favorite just because like rock monster sort of thing, but Reed's is second because of that complexity that we get out of his character. And reading
Yeah.
him is so reading Reed is so interesting. There's so much we
Yeah.
get, and like I think I told you this and I mentioned this in a previous episode. He created the bridge, which in the movie it was to teleport the planets. In the comic book, it was to like jump universes. And then
Mhm.
he has his room of 1,000 solutions, and he has writing all over the place. And then he goes in. Council of Reeds there, because the Council of Reeds are all Reeds who have given up their normal life for the fate of the
Yes.
multiverse. All they do is fight the
Yeah.
multiverse. So he shows up, fights a couple battles with them. They're like, "Hey, you're a good Reed. You should stick around, hang out with us." He's like, "What does that entail? Like, how can I be one of you guys? You gotta let go of any attachments you have to things back home." And he's like, "Oh, I can't do that." He goes back and he erases all the writings he has on his wall, and then he spends time
Mhm.
with Sue.
Yeah.
Like those sort of things, I hope we can really dive into. Obviously, it's their first movie. They're not gonna kill anyone off, so I knew Sue wasn't
No.
dead, and they're not
Yeah.
gonna. We're still establishing these characters, so I'm
Yeah.
hoping we can get to that level with Pedro's Reed. I'm willing to play the long game and wait it out. Other than that, like I said, everything else was so cool. I like how they established Galactus as an entity. His intro was got to be one of the best like character intros for like anything I've seen in a
Yeah.
minute. They're just walking up and this like big dystopian ship, and he's sitting there and he speaks and his eyes light up with the flares, and that's so cool every time.
Yeah.
Absolutely nailed
He didn't have the
Galactus.
square eyes, but
Mhm.
that's fine.
But it's cool. I like the
Yeah, no,
light beams.
I don't give a fuck. That was cool anyway.
His design was hard anyways. It was so cool. It looked like
Yeah.
like the Death Star. Like it just had so many etchings and details. And I think that's one of the only excuses for an over
Of a lot
design
of
costume.
detail.
It's allowed because he's like billions of years old. Like he's
He's basically a
eternity.
celestial.
Exactly. He's just like a cosmic entity, a cosmic being. So I think I'll give it a pass on that one. It was cool anyway. It was not like lines for the sake of lines, but it just I don't know, made sense to me.
Yeah, just think about it. Like, imagine Galactus being a 100-foot being, and he just had like very
Like
basic plating.
cool,
Imagine
like
like,
3D printed, like
yeah, like it's just like, oh, I have a circle, and then I have a
yeah.
like armor plate. Like, no, he is literally a Death Star. That's like all the amount of trenches he has.
Yeah, all these divots and
He's
nooks and
lived
crannies.
longer than the universe.
Yeah.
You know, he's dull as fuck. He's colored dull. There has to be like war scratchings on his body,
Yeah,
from
since he's
however
not
many
bright
asteroids hit him.
purple and blue, they had to do something.
Yeah, so fuck, he's great. I loved
Uh,
him. I love Galactus. He
Galactus
was
was
awesome.
cool. The thing is, my favorite member. I do think he was underutilized just a bit because all his moments were the cute, or in battle he did something. But he's more than just the muscle, which is funny because obviously he's the big strong guy. He is the muscle, but he's also quite literally the rock that
Yeah, he's the heart.
an important thing I noticed is that when Sue passed, everyone's like, "Oh, he barely reacted, he barely reacted." Number 1, going back to the Hickman run when Johnny sacrifices himself, he's never been good at handling grief, whatever. He literally like held it in, and then Thor and Hulk were like, "Listen, buddy, like come on, man. Let's talk about it. What's going on?" He had to
Because
use
he's
Hulk
obviously
as a
upset.
punching bag. Yeah. So he says he goes to Reed, he goes, "I'm sorry." But also he's the one while everyone else is kind of tumbling down, he's the one that stays strong. He's the rock. So if he breaks first, everyone else does. So he has to
Yeah,
have that he's got to be solid like a rock, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So that was good in terms of the underutilization. I really don't feel like he did that much. Yes, he birthed he helped with the birth of the baby, and he helped the building topple, but those are all like
and
external
help
things, you know?
and helped escape Silver Surfer.
Helped escape, but like piloting a ship, birthing the baby. These are all important things, but they're just like they're actions as opposed to like being you know what I'm trying to say?
Maybe
They're all like yeah,
keep going.
pilot a
Maybe
ship,
you'll.
knock the building down, but I was looking for like a big like introspective character moment. I was waiting for like a big emotional payoff.
See, okay, because now I understand. It's not that he didn't do anything, because he did a lot of things. It's just that
Yeah.
he didn't feel like he had his own moments.
He
He
didn't
didn't have enough.
feel
He didn't have enough of his own moments for us to actually sit. I was satisfied with his moments, because his moments weren't they weren't related to the story. He basically was a side quest.
yeah, that
Because
that's what I
Johnny's
mean too.
Johnny's side quest was actually it mattered in the movie. But Thing's side quest, it mattered to him, and because it mattered to him, it mattered to me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm okay with it. I understand what you're trying to say though, because
Which I
he didn't necessarily do anything to like in the larger grand scheme of things when Galactus
yes.
showed up,
Yeah.
because what would he have done?
Yeah,
He
no, you're right.
helped, but he couldn't really do anything other than assist.
No, yeah, no, he definitely did help. Not that he didn't do anything, but I feel like there was like a layer missing. And me personally, when watching, I could feel the fact that they cut about I think it was 25 or maybe 45 minutes of footage. I definitely felt that, but it wasn't the end of the world.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go over Sue and Johnny. Sue was fantastic. I mean, I already gave her flowers. Vanessa Kirby, great job.
yeah,
Um,
I
she
guess
was
you're right.
great. She was the real heart of the movie, and obviously she's the strongest member. People are complaining that Sue did all that. She's the strongest one.
She also died, so I don't want to hear that they were able to defeat Galactus. She died and failed.
Yeah. I like her showcase of powers. They did the light refracting. That was
Yeah,
super
because
cool.
it's
Visually was
with the
so stunning.
rainbow, little rainbow. It's cool.
So cool. And
Yeah,
Johnny, I like what they did with this character. We already spoke about it. We're on the same page.
yeah.
You can't really make a toxic male like that in this day and age. It just wouldn't sit well. And also, there's not I guess much necessity for it. It's not like it's a part of his character, but like to a certain degree, you can be flexible with it, and they were. The only thing is, um, let me see how I explain this. They all started the movie. I love that montage in the beginning, by the way. That was the music is playing, and they're doing
Yeah,
superhero things, and
that was awesome.
they established their rogue gallery, which is a great way to I think similar in the sense to Superman. They just kind of place us in this universe, and they give us a big push, and we're off running,
Yeah,
which I think it's a really good thing. And if that's a new thing for superhero movies, I'm not mad at it at all.
yeah,
I think that's a good
yeah,
way to kind of combat the fatigue. But the way they started the movie, I'm a big fan of character development too. Start here, end in a different place, especially with characters that need it the most. The reason Johnny's sacrifice in the comic books is so profound is because you start reading the book. Yeah, Johnny wouldn't do anything like that. You end the book, Johnny's really gone. That's crazy, and then you start to miss him because you learn to grow with the character. Um, if you were to tell me like in the beginning the way he's acting, it's like oh he's getting along with people. Obviously he's joking around, messing around. But I think the Johnny that would have sacrificed himself at the end of the movie felt like the same one in the beginning of the movie. There wasn't any there was growth, but not to the degree where he's gonna fly into a portal with Galactus. I think it would have been a much better payoff if he started at a different point in the story. But
hmm
obviously, um, the starting point was after a time jump, after a montage, so it's kind of hard to time everything if we're all kind of like boom, we're starting here, as opposed to like starting in the beginning of the movie, growing overhand, and you know what I'm saying?
How in the comic run, how long was he an asshole until he gave into actually caring?
The thing, like I mentioned about this specific writer, is that he writes out his things and he kind of gives subtle hints, subtle jabs, so you start to pick up over it. He was an asshole, not like a blatant asshole, but he was just Johnny. We'll put it
Yeah,
like that. He was Johnny from the beginning, and then over time, like, oh, you have to babysit Franklin and Valeria, whatever, and he lets them run around. He's not really babysitting them, and then they go on more adventures and stuff, and then he starts warming up. So it was definitely it's a long run, and the thing about comic books and graphic novels is that there's way more time,
I was
and
gonna
you're
say
reading
because
it.
maybe
It's a slower, more intimate process, so it gives you more time to grow with the characters.
I'm saying that's what I okay because I was gonna say maybe what you want could work in a trilogy.
Yeah, but
Because
if he didn't
if in the
sacrifice
first movie
himself.
if in the movie he's bad,
Mhm,
or let's say like he could be better as a person,
mhm.
and then everyone like kind of like a Micah Bell situation, not like where you hate Johnny, but you're like, man, Johnny, what the fuck, man? That's kind of what it is. Like, man, okay, come on, Johnny, be
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
Nah.
in the second movie, like you're saying, he's taking care of the kids, but he's not really. But he gave himself the responsibility to do such a thing, which is like, okay, like you're doing what you don't want to do, but you understand responsibility. You could be better at it, but you understand responsibility. Third movie, he sacrifices himself. That's a whole payoff. 3 movies, and then
Exactly.
anything in the future Foundation.
You could also do it
Um,
in one movie, but this movie was incredibly fast paced, and they cut a lot of things, so it just
yeah,
wasn't
no,
gonna work out in that one. The thing was
which
dripped the fuck out, by the way. Can we talk about that for just a split
man,
second, bro?
oh,
He
he had
had that
all the
shit on.
clothes,
He had the
dude,
cap on. He had the
yeah,
jacket. He
he
was
didn't
risen up.
look he didn't look like a rock monster in the outfits. He actually just looked like a big buff guy.
It looked awesome.
Dude, he was just like, "Hey, we doing?
That scene where
This is how we
going.
do it on Yancey Street, huh?"
I love the representation for Yancey Street too. That was all incredibly perfect.
Yeah, with like the
That
kids and
shot of him looking at the TV, the reflect, he's in the fedora, he's in the trench coat, and then it's Ben's face, and then the reflection of his. I wish we got more like that. But then again, like I mentioned, there's two sides to Ben's character. There's like the tortured, demented monster, and then there's the side of self acceptance and learning to feel comfortable in one's skin.
mhm,
We got the latter as opposed to the former,
mhm,
and I'm not mad about that. I just wish we could have, I guess, dived into his character a little bit more. He's also a little nuanced, but it's a different side of the spectrum as opposed to Reed. It's more like
mhm.
self acceptance and mental health and trauma and all that sort of thing, as opposed to
Yeah,
being burdened with genius level intellect. But what they
I would
gave us,
say,
I was
uh-huh,
enamored every time I saw him on screen. I'm not
yeah,
disappointed. I'm not as disappointed as I could be because every time I saw him on screen, his design was incredible. Love the voice, love the casting. I'm familiar with Eben from The Bear, and he plays a character that has some similarities to Ben, and I think Eben's just a dude. He's just a guy. Ben is just
yeah,
a guy, and the way that he carries himself and the way the sort of character archetype he plays, I think it was spot on. I was always
yeah,
sold on him and Sue's casting, and the ones I had gripes about or had fears about. Unfortunately, those are the
mhm,
ones that I don't really connect with that much. You were gonna say
yeah.
something? My bad.
Yeah, no, no, no. It was your moment anyway. I was gonna say that I think with the thing he has, I would say he's accepted himself, but I feel like he's like right, not in the middle, more like 75% acceptance and 25% non-acceptance. Because if he fully accepted himself, we wouldn't have those moments of him realizing that he's like those like the scene that you said was one of your favorites, one of my favorites too. I thought it was
It
awesome,
was it was really good.
because it was really compelling for his character. Um, him being like upset in those circumstances means that he still does not fully accept himself, you know?
Yeah,
If we were in the situation where we wanted to see more rock monster like hopelessness, O5 kind of did that, and his whole
yeah.
character was him.
Debbie, bitch. I
Oh fuck, man. No, no, Debbie, and he has to pick up the rock pathetically in the
and it,
street.
it was we were watching. I showed the movie to him before we saw First Steps, and it's just like the scene on the bridge, and I'm like, I don't like this scene, and you're like, what's going on? And then you're like, why is she here? Why is Debbie here? Who
Yeah,
invited her?
where the fuck she come from? She's just kind of like,
She showed up. She walked all the
yeah,
way to that, put the ring on the ground, and left.
on the floor and left. Why you
Nah,
there? You have to go to work?
the
Fuck,
bridge is
fuck.
closed. Go home.
Yeah, Jesus. Wow, that shit was so stupid. There was no reason for her to be there. It's not like she had a job or anything. Fuck, could have been a weekend. Ugh. So, yeah, so '05 had more of that, where he's like, fix me, fix me, fix me, but that's all you really got. Fix me until you realize that he had better things to do with what he had, which he doesn't want to have, but he had it. So there was a like, but the whole movie was him being upset that it wasn't able to be fixed. And I was like,
That's like what I was saying. Tormented monster or self acceptance.
yeah, but I would rather have more self-acceptance with him still not liking himself,
That's
you
fair.
know?
That's fair.
He's like I'm okay with what I need to be. Not that I want to be, but I need to be, and there's just things I will always struggle with. And then you get to see it, and I thought that was,
That's also pretty
because
compelling.
the thing was like, like through what he is, he was funny as fuck the way he would like banter with Johnny. I laughed at it
Yeah.
because uh who who were the ones making the movies? The same people that made Always Sunny in Philly.
Always Sunny in
What
Philadelphia. Shout out Matt Shackman.
exactly? They always oh yeah, shout out to him.
That dynamic. That's what they
They would
excel
always
at.
banter, and it felt real. It felt like a real banter, you know? Because he's like, no, oh well, thank you for going, because I'm not gonna do that, like those little things. I chuckle at that because like those are real conversations, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Not
the
like it really
family aspect.
means anything. It doesn't mean anything, but it's like, you know, I would have those conversations if I didn't want to do something and someone was in the same room. It's like, oh yeah, yeah, go you do it because I'm not gonna do it. Well, thank you for going because I'm not going. No, but I'm not doing that. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and then like him being like nonchalant with like the with Herbie. It's like, no, I just want to put a little garlic in there, just to add a little zip. Like
Oh
he's
yeah,
still Benjamin.
because
That
Johnny
is
didn't like
Benjamin.
it, and then he's like, "No, no, no, we're gonna add some garlic, not because it's not delicious. We just want to add a little zip to it." Yeah,
So like, I thought I thought the things like Ben was perfect in the movie, and then Ben struggling was perfect in the movie because you saw all of it. Because he's still
I liked
trying
all
to be
those moments too.
normal.
Yeah,
He speaks normally. He's really trying his hardest to be the rock of the family, and by doing that is by being him. And then he struggles. So like I thought it was great. So anyway, we're gonna see more of him regardless. So I'm excited
yeah,
for
he is
every show because of
confirmed
the thing.
for Doomsday, so we'll see what happens there. Speaking of Doomsday, do you want to talk about that post credit scene, mid credit scene?
Yeah. I want I want Doctor Doom's Fortnite skin to be the finalization of his
I
outfit.
laughed
That
because you
fucking
said
fur
Fortnite, but
cape,
it's actually a fire skin.
it's fire as fuck. The fur cape is all you need, and then the mask there, MF Doom mask that he has, that shit was awesome. He has a real mask too, which is very important to have
Not
because
the
it's not like a
nanotech mask.
nanotech. They're really not going with nanotech bullshit. There was a lot of
Good.
that, So him having a practical mask was great. And you could say it, but like his outfit really didn't feel like a used outfit. You can continue off of that though.
Yeah, it's new, but not in a new like royal fancy tailored sort of way, but in like a I just opened the plastic wrap.
Yeah,
You
like
know what I'm
it was
saying?
used for the movie, not like it had history with the outfit or whatever. Like
Yeah, because I think
it
it's
wasn't
just
a
like a
royal
flat
garb.
cloak. Exactly.
It
What was I
felt,
gonna
yeah, it felt
say?
flat.
Um, I had something to say, but I kind of forgot. Why do you think he's there though?
Oh, definitely to use Franklin to bring all the worlds together, like give a
I
piece
remember
of
what I was
a
gonna say.
piece of this universe, a piece of that universe, a piece of this universe, and just kind of mix it. You know,
What I
that
was
that's
gonna
definitely
say.
what he's used for.
I thought it was funny that the all the nations are united and they're all speaking about what's
Oh,
going on, and then you see
yeah,
an empty seat, Latveria, and then that's it.
Latveria
That
on
was
it.
so funny because I was like,
Which is it's really funny, but it makes a lot of sense because that motherfucker's busy right now. So
he's busy. It's not even that like no, I'm not gonna show up. I'm not gonna talk to them. No, like, he's got
which
better.
he
He's got bigger
wouldn't,
fish to fry. Yeah,
which he
he wouldn't,
wouldn't, but
but
you
also
know
he
why he's
can't.
not there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a
Uh,
good mixture.
I've read my fair share of comic books. He's for sure taking Franklin to. Obviously, Franklin has the ability to conjure up universes. So, Doom wants to create his perfect nation.
Yeah.
One nation under Doom.
Yeah.
It's the same set as
Non-invisible.
Thunderbolts, though. You still
Invisible.
haven't seen Thunderbolts. The post credit scene, the room that they shot it in.
With a different rocket ship.
Not even in terms of context. I swear it's a different ship. I swear it's a different design. But it could just be like, oh, direct a scene, and then like we need the Fantastic Four ship, and then they gave him like an early like concept art about it, and they just went with that. You have to see the
Maybe. I
movie.
think
You
I
have to see
also
the scene. But what I was
yeah.
gonna say
I
is
also
that
seen
the set they
oh,
shot it
okay.
on, it's the same set. And the Russos directed both post credit scenes, so like I could tell. I'm like, this is the same room that the Thunderbolts were in, but now we just redressed the set, and it's Fantastic Four. I just thought that was kind of interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh. Oh.
because I think
Interesting.
it's like, hey,
Okay.
we got to get a move on. We got to film these things for Doomsday. So like, boom, because now Thunderbolts connects to Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four Doomsday. So I think they had
Yeah.
to, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mm. 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 Mhm. Uh one thing that upsets me, I mean, I hope it doesn't make much of a difference. Um MCU still has the problem with not knowing what other projects are doing.
Yeah, because Matt
You know what?
Shackman literally mentioned he's like, um, I forgot what the interviewer asked, but it's like,
Yeah.
how did you feel about something in the post credit scene? That's not what he asked, but like it was something in that regard. How did you feel about this in the post credit scene? He's like, oh, I didn't know the Russos were gonna be using him. I found out recently, whatever, whatever, and it's like,
It's like,
you
why are
just
we not in tabs?
are
That's
we
like the
not
most
keeping
important thing you
tabs?
could be doing, especially if
Yeah.
you need to watch the movies before and after and after and before, whatever. You gotta have all of them link. Like I don't understand. Hey man, be sure when you're writing the script to include and to have in your screenplay, whatever the fuck, the same exact fucking ship. Make it design the same, do whatever. Also, it's gonna be really important that Doctor Doom is doing whatever. A fucking phone call.
I know for a
Put
fact.
it in a Google Doc or something. Hey, do this. Don't do this.
I know
Man,
for a fact, considering that you now seen Fantastic Four and you really like the movie, going back to
yeah.
Thunderbolts. I mean, I don't know. Hey, maybe you'll like it, but I just think
Maybe I
you're at a
will. I don't
high
know.
right now, and we'll see. You
Yeah,
still gotta
because
watch it.
I'm not expecting Thunderbolts to be crazy.
Mhm.
Because I don't think it was respected as a crazy movie anyway. There's people who glaze it, but then there's people who glaze Man of Steel. So so I mean I think that movie did flop though financially, right?
It did
The
flop
Thunderbolts.
financially, and Fantastic Four had a huge fall off. Opening weekend broke records. Second week
Hmm.
had an 80% fall off. That is massive. That's kind of
It
insane.
that does happen though, doesn't it? Like no matter what
Superman
happens,
had
the
a
second
54% fall off. So 80 is
okay,
huge. 80 is
yeah,
big. Yeah, but
80 is
obviously the
big.
second week, not the Incredible Hulk 2003 had like an 80 something percent fall off.
Oh really?
Had a really big
Hmm.
fall only because that movie focuses so much on Bruce's trauma and it's not really a movie for kids at all.
Yeah, no, who
So
cares about yeah.
so many people went to see it and then they were like it's either it wasn't for them or it was too scary. So opening weekend had a good opening weekend. The next week theaters were empty. No one went back to see it.
Man,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Interesting. I do because they I think they confirmed that Mr. Fantastic's no longer gonna be like the Iron Man of the new phase. You heard about that?
Yeah,
They
I
kind of
heard that.
like
I heard that he was, then he wasn't, then he was.
they ended up changing their minds on him not being like the main guy this time. Um, I think it's all right. I do like because I don't think I mentioned it a whole lot because it's really because you know you'll play Marvel Rivals and I'll play Marvel Rivals and they're very comic accurate in those games. So when Mr. Fantastic is talking about how he doesn't believe in magic whatsoever and he's always fighting with Doctor Strange on how to fix a matter, you know,
Yeah.
and then you're watching the movie and he's
Mhm.
mentioning how he has no imagination. I don't imagine, I don't create. I know based on the laws of science how things
Based
can
off what
operate,
exists already, yeah.
you know, like what is scientifically plausible, but magic and creativity and imagination is not something he believes in. I was like, oh wow, that really is a Reed Richards thing to do.
Yeah.
And then now
Yeah,
we're
they were
gonna
getting there.
see.
I was hearing some things and I'm like, we're getting there. That's
I
good.
really, I really like that. I really liked his, you know, like his reason to stress. He's a very stressed character. That's why he has the
Gray
gray
hairs, yeah.
streaks. He's got the gray streaks. And now because of those things that they're kind of I'm linking them together. Um, when Secret Wars comes out and he's gonna be faced with magical creatures and magical things, you know, he's gonna. I would love to see what type of back and forth happens because like
Doom straight up be
I
using
don't know if
magic.
they ended up just like putting a brick wall in whatever was happening in Multiverse of Madness with Doctor Strange and his third eye. You know, if
And
you remember that.
Clea. You guys know Clea? No, I don't think you do. Clea and multiversal incursions. I was one of
Yeah.
the only people in that godforsaken theater. I was like, "Oh, it's Clea," and like someone told me to shut up. I think, or I told someone to shut. I don't know. I was like, yeah, because I think getting into comics, I liked the whole mysticism of Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was at one point like one of my favorite characters, even more than Spider-Man, because Spider-Man was too popular, and I'm just like, nah, who else is cool? Doctor Strange had just come
Yeah.
out, and I'm like, hey, this is solid, and I'm reading his stuff,
Doctor
and
Strange,
then
cool.
so I knew
Yeah.
about Clea, but no one knew Clea. Of course, Sam Raimi does, because comic book guy with 25,000 comic books, I think. He's
Maguire, like,
yeah, so of course he included that character, but multiverse that was the also introduction of multiversal incursions, and I don't think we've really dived into that much. I don't know.
no. So anyway, if we're gonna see what's going on with Doctor Strange with that third eye, whatever the fuck, and Pedro's gonna have to go back and forth with Doctor Strange, that'd be funny. Cause that, it's like those arguments are always funny to see. Cause like two completely different minds. They're both really smart, have two different ways of handling it.
That's like Marvel
There's literally
Rivals
a
with the
there's a
three
whole
smartest
mission
people.
about it. Exactly. There's a whole
Yeah.
mission about it because Mr. Fantastic, no, we gotta like delete all of we gotta delete the book or whatever the fuck. I forgot what it's called. And Doctor Strange's like, no, we gotta use the mysticism of the pages. Man, that's
The
a whole
Darkhold.
yeah, the Dark Hold. There's a whole mission about it. It's a cool mission with the vampires and so what do you want to do now? You wanna go back to more Spider-Man talk or you wanna
We've
that was
been
a good amount of Fantastic Four.
we've been yapping for quite a minute. I
That
think
was
yeah, I
cool
give
though.
my rating 7.5. You know what? I think I do have to see it again just to like
Mm-hmm.
solidify my score. But also, it was a entertaining watch, so I wouldn't mind seeing it again. 7.5, maybe a little higher. I wouldn't be giving it an 8. I wouldn't be remiss to do that either. But
Yeah.
yeah, good movie. Super solid month for comic book movies. July was a fun month for movies. And
Yeah.
yeah, they're both good. It just boils down to preference. I like Superman better, but that's because they hit you over the head with all the heroics and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Fantastic Four was also incredibly solid. Hey, that shot where they're walking and then they lift the soul and there's a four. They cooked the cinematography.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was
They
beautiful.
got some cool things in there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So in our opinion, Superman, Fantastic Four are relatively the same, up to preference at that point.
boils down to
Then you get to
preference.
the subjective matters. Because they both hit the nail with the
They
hammer.
both do what they set out to do. They
They're not
all
the same.
have minor flaws, but they're still a fun time with the movies for both.
Exactly.
I think we're gonna take a break from all the yip yap. We're gonna play small game. We have some would you rather's to ask each other, and then we'll get into more talk after that. I think it sounds
Yeah,
fine.
that sounds like a good debrief. Would you want to ask the questions first? Or do you want me to ask the questions first?
I could do it. I
Alright,
could ask you the questions first.
okay, we'll do that. We'll do that.
6 would you rather's. We thought so long and hard about what to ask the other person.
Six per or six in total?
Uh,
What
I
did you
have
do?
I have 6.
Oh, I thought it was six in total. Like
Oh, so you
you
made
and
3?
you three. Yeah.
This is crazy because I'm here done, and you're like, man, I'm stuck on the last one. You're telling me I
I
made
was
6,
stuck
and you
for
only
like
made
a
3.
good 20 minutes trying to think of the last one.
I will
I
pick
was
my
like,
3
man.
favorite ones then. I should have just given you the rest of mine.
Man. You know what? You could just the last three, the other three you have, we'll just answer. We'll answer like you answer your own, I'll answer my own. I
Okay.
guess. Shit.
Okay, let's go with the first one.
Okay.
Let me pick which one actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because 3 actually aren't that good.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, cool.
would
That's
you
why I had
would
such a hard
you
time.
would you rather be blipped away and return in 5 years and have all the implications and all the things that came back, or would you survive the blip and have to deal with all that stuff too?
I would rather survive the blip because imagine coming back and then all the news of what happened like told to you at the same time. All in one fell swoop. Like imagine I came back and I was the only one in my family that blipped and then within those 5 years like, yeah, dude, your dog's dead. Your dad went off to go in a
What if
gang
your dog
because
blipped?
of dude, me and and Cody the crypto dog. Like I don't know. Like we're gonna have a whole we're gonna be a bad batch of superheroes. I don't know. But let's say in the hypothetical, because it was a like you asked if I blipped, you know. So in the
Yes.
circumstance, if I was the only one to blip in my family, or let's say two of my members blipped, then like I can only imagine within 5 years the worst thing that could happen, because a lot of bad things happen during the survival of the other people. So I would rather struggle being alive and figuring things out, and I don't know, like hopefully having like the majority of my family in tandem, you know, and everyone else, and see what happens, rather than be the one that has to like learn what all has occurred in a moment's notice, you know? Because you're gone, you come back, you don't know what happened.
Yeah.
It just happened. And, you know, the world changes around you. You know, you're like Florence Pugh's scene. She was kind of like in the
Yeah.
bathroom, just looking at herself in
She
the
was in the
mirror.
bathroom. Yeah.
Gone, back, the world's different. I would have had a heart attack. I'm like, did my cereal have a mushroom in there? What the fuck happened? You know,
Yeah.
like exactly. So don't do drugs, kids. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I would rather survive the blip.
Fair. Next
Yeah.
one. Would you rather be a superhero in the Marvel universe or a civilian in DC, Gotham City specifically?
Fuck that. What kind of do you want to have responsibility or die is what you're asking.
Yeah, good point.
Man, I don't know, it's just like, oh yeah, I'll be Spider-Man. I'll lose my consciousness, you know, cuz Doc Ock stole my body, or, you know, I have to survive.
You could potentially
I
die
would die as the Hulk and come
fighting
back through
something
the
too.
green door. What's that?
Yeah, it's like you could potentially die if you're a hero fighting some Avengers level threat, you know?
At least I have something to fight for. If I'm just surviving because a guy in a clown outfit decided to gas me,
You gotta fight for your life.
if you don't fight for what you love, then what do you
Do you
kind of
believe
love do you
that?
have? Dude, yeah, so imagine like being in Gotham, you're just trying to pay rent in the fucking shitty ass apartment. And then
$7,000 for one room.
Bane just goes across your room and smashes everything, or like the Scarecrow's like, fucking I just removed all of the water and replaced it with
With fear
with my fear
toxin.
toxin. What the fuck am I to do about that? Who am I gonna die for? Myself? I died for nothing, dude. I died for a fucking plot device because Joker decided no, because Commissioner Gordon's child
I died for a
decided
plot
to
device.
I died to a plot device. Dude, Commissioner Gordon's kid was like, I'm gonna replace all the. I have a serum for what makes me mad and crazy and have no sympathy. I'm gonna replace that with all the children in orphanages or whatever.
He's gonna
Whatever
put it
that story was.
in the grocery stores where the produce missed the. He's gonna put in that you're gonna eat your carrots and then you're cooked.
I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live, and then immediately I'm gonna be stabbed by my neighbor potentially if Batman failed. You know? I
Batman
have
doesn't
to
fail.
rely on Batman. I would
But
rather die
The
trying to
Tibetan
do
monks exist
something.
there, so
Dude. Oh no, sorry, no. I'm just trying to make way. I'm walking across the sidewalk. I get shanked by fucking Victor Zsasz because Batman decided not to give him the execution
because he escaped
through the
Arkham
legal system.
for the
He
20th
escaped
time.
Arkham. I have my whole grocery bag of carrots and lettuce and steak
That
or
got
whatever
misted by the
that got
serum.
misted potentially. That probably has that Joker probably just gassed the area I'm in, or uh, fucking Gorilla Grodd came out of nowhere and I die.
From straight
Or
from
I'm stabbed
Gorilla
by
City.
Zaz, the most like least interesting. He just kills for the sake of killing. I get stabbed. The Penguin hits me with his car, trying to get away from the iceberg lounge. Fuck,
I think we have a clear answer on this one.
man. Okay, there you go.
Would you rather animate a project with your non-dominant hand or complete an edit with your feet?
Oh my goodness, that oh shit. I would rather animate because like
Yeah.
I'm not ambidextrous, but like you know a sketchy art style, you know, an inconsistency is considered a style nonetheless. You know, might have not been what I usually do, but at least you can call it a style.
Yeah.
If I fucking edit with my feet and I accidentally delete the entire project because my fucking big toe
But how are you gonna
fucking
accidentally like control a backspace like all in one fell
I
swoop?
don't know. You'd be surprised, man. It's like when SpongeBob was sick that one time and tried calling through the phone, and his big ass fingers just kept on like the thing. He kept on trying to fucking make a phone call, and his fucking fingers kept on mashing all the numbers. You know, that's gonna be me with my fucking feet on the keyboard. You know, at least if I was a chimp, that would be a different story. I'd be fucking,
Typing up hate
you
comments for
know.
Superman.
Yeah, exactly. Like tapping it up, you know, making Shakespeare with my toes. But no, I'm gonna accidentally delete and then I have to drag it from the media library, drag it back to the timeline, and then Google and YouTube sounds and fucking shit. That means I have to do a lot of typing. Man, editing itself is already a difficult task. Now you're making me do it with
With
my feet.
working hands.
At least one of them could be considered an art style. I'll keep the right hand animation movie project shit. Thank you, man. At least I don't have to write the story with my feet.
Like Snyder did.
Dude, more creatine, please.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have lashed out on you, Zack Snyder. Your biceps are the
I'm
size
sorry,
of my
Zack
head.
Snyder. Yeah, exactly. Was
Those are my
that was your
three.
three, right?
The
Okay,
rest
those are
three
your
aren't
three.
even that interesting, so
Okay, because mine are stupid.
let's do it.
Why do you watch this? I'll do the stupid one first. Ready?
Okay.
Would you rather drink pickle juice for $3, right? And you could just pickle juice, it pops out of your hand, you drink it, and you immediately get $3. Anytime, no matter what, you could make
Oh,
free
it's a
money off of pickle
stacking
juice.
$3. I
Yeah,
just
you
thought you meant
drink.
like it was one $3. Like,
No, you drink and you pop it out of the air, and boom, $3 with the pickle juice. You just have to drink
okay,
it, you get the
okay.
pickle juice. You could stack on. You could stack, or you can spawn any peanut butter related foods, peanut butter smoothie, peanut butter bars, chocolate, candies, anything you want, anything from your heart's desire. You could spawn it out of thin air. But a 500-pound man has to smack you in the face.
Money or get hurt? What?
So you'll never have peanut butter ever again if that's the case. Because you can't, you know, if you were
What if
to
I just
eat
go to
it,
Publix
or
and grab it?
well, because then you would eat it, you would want it, you know. But then the 500-pound guy is gonna have to come up,
So that happens
you know.
if I summon it or if I eat in it. So if
If
I
you have
eat it in
any
general,
peanut
then
butter things, that's what I'm
if
saying.
I
Like
eat
you
in
could
general,
also just spawn it at the top of your head. You could also buy it, but you know
there's a
you can get
clear
it for
answer
free.
here.
You can have it for free, peanut
Yeah,
butter for free, get slapped, or you drink pickle juice for $3.
eat something for free or get paid every time I eat something. I think I get paid for the pickle juice. I hate pickle juice. It's disgusting. I stalled so I didn't have to do it, which is why you didn't see it in the last episode. But
And he still hasn't done it yet.
yeah, yeah, because I knew about it. We were editing the video, and I'm like, God, I hope he doesn't bring it up. And then you
No,
didn't, and
no,
we
no, no.
rendered the
I have
video.
not. I'm not forgetting. He will drink it. I'm not forgetting.
Do I get $3 if I do it?
No, this is not. This is would you rather. You're
This
you're
game
punished for
sucks.
you're punished for failing last time.
That's my
You
answer.
know. All right, pickle juice. Hey man, hey man. If eventually you could like it, it's an acquired taste,
No.
and then you could just have $6. It's 2 drinks. All right. Would you rather direct a Spider-Man video game, or would you rather be the James Gunn of the MCU, but you can't include Spider-Man?
Oh man, what the hell? Um,
Make whatever
be
Spider-Man game you want,
be the James
or
Gunn of
you
the
could.
MCU. So be Kevin Feige.
Yep. Yeah, but like being the James Gunn, like you can, you know,
Oh, because I
because
can
Kevin
direct
Feige,
too if I want to.
you can greenlight
I
whatever
have
you want. You
creative
just,
input as well,
yeah, but you just can't. You're not allowed to put Spider-Man in your story.
so I can choose. So I can direct a Beta Ray Bill movie. Oh man, hold on, because I was like, man, there's an easy answer here, but then
But you can make your own Spider-Man game. You could do whatever you want with that Spider-Man game. You could fix.
I can do
You could
anything he
fix the
can.
problems with the Spider-Man game because Insomniac is a good game, but it has a lot of problems. You could do whatever you want, make the best Spider-Man game, or you could James Gunn the MCU.
I
Because Kevin Feige is
really,
not proud of his movies, so
I have so much respect for the first Insomniac Spider-Man game. So if I were to, this is like the reason I don't think I'd ever want to direct a Spider-Man movie. I have so much respect for Sam's movies, and I feel like I would like. Obviously, I'd want to make a better movie, but I would hate to compete with those movies. It just feels weird, and it's also such like a big burden to handle that character. Like it's like
what
why
if those movies
it's
didn't exist?
I wouldn't like Spider-Man as much as I do, and this question wouldn't exist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think those
Mm-hmm.
movies are a big reason why I got into the character and I like him as much as I do. It's why like I always credit
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man too. But I think I would have to Kevin, I know we talked earlier about the suit, but I think I might have to take his job. I would love a Beta Ray Bill movie.
I would I would make the best Spider-Man game. I think that would actually no, that's a lie. I thought about it because
The
I do like
first
Spider-Man
Insomniac
games.
Spider-Man
They
game is
fucked up
peak.
with Venom. I would have only wanted to fix that Venom story, but in the
Yeah.
second game,
So
but
it's out of
I would
spite.
yeah, not a spite, but I would rather if I want to think clearly, hey man, I like Spider-Man, but hey man, there's some cool stories out there.
My first order of business would be that Beta Ray Bill movie. Kevin Feige.
Yeah, there's so many
You know
characters that are
James
not.
Gunn before he left Marvel. I know I'm interrupting you, but this is James Gunn before he left Marvel. He wanted to direct the Hulk movie.
Would you like a James Gunn directed Hulk movie?
Here's the thing. Let's talk about it. This is gonna
Because
be a
James Gunn has a
subsection.
very unique
Very distinct
style. Would that
style.
work with the Hulk?
It worked with Suicide Squad. It worked with Guardians. This is a little different though. We're talking about like a heavy hitter, but Superman
He's
is the most
also
prolific superhero. It worked with
he's
Superman.
also he's also a very solo act. The Hulk.
Yes, but he would
He's
probably
just
include
yeah. Because
Immortal
if he
Hulk had a
includes other
lot of.
characters, you won't get enough of the Hulk. Would you think?
We included Samson in Immortal Hulk. We had Gamma Flight. We had the Avengers. Because I wonder
Forgot
what he
about
would have.
Gamma Flight.
I wonder what he would have done with the Hulk. I really like Samson being in there because it's kind of like a stark contrast. Samson is another Gamite. I'm gonna call him Gamites.
Yeah, Gamma.
He's another Gamite, but his gamma powers gives him crazy muscle mass. Not like the Hulk though. Like he still looks like a person. He has really cool long hair and he's like super buff, like bodybuilder.
Yeah,
Like it's like a person we could see on the street, like that sort of buff. But he's also really strong.
yeah.
And he was also Bruce's psychiatrist. So interesting dynamic. You
Mhm.
can include Samson. People don't know about Samson. Samson would be cool to see. Um, and the thing with Superman is it's less of a James Gunn movie. It's still very much James Gunn, but
Yeah.
in different ways than Guardians is. So if he could taper his style for Superman to make Superman work, because it did work, even it being a James Gunn movie, I feel like he could taper it to make a Hulk movie. I really like the Hulk. I really like James Gunn. So if it was a director I didn't care for, I would say like nah, I don't really care. It would have been ass anyway. Just like
Do you think the
Andy Muschietti doing Brave and the Bold, like Flash wasn't good, and we've heard no news about it. So if they cancel it, like, what were we gonna say?
w- would you say that would is Immortal Hulk the best Hulk story? You would say?
It's one of my favorites only because like there's so much we do with the character, so much that kind of deviates from what people know the Hulk for.
So
Rage Monster.
if a Immortal Hulk were to be adapted into film, do you think James Gunn would be able to do a good Immortal Hulk story?
That's a very good question.
That's because like Immortal Hulk is very like you said, Hulk is very there's not a lot of room for fun in Hulk stories.
Not at all, and he's incredibly
Not at all. And James Gunn, he likes to mix
he
the
likes
two.
having
Because
fun,
Guardians 3 was fun, but then when it had the moments, it those were moments. Rocket Raccoon crying as a child was the most scarring thing
and his first
ever.
words were hurts.
Hurts.
But that
Yeah.
showcases that he can really dive into those that emotional depth that people say he lacks. Oh, it's only funny, it's only silly, it's only fun. No, Guardians 3 is a testament to that. But I think
But
because
that was in pieces though. Like
here's the
it's in
scale.
pieces.
I think overall though, when I think of Guardians 3, like when I tell people like it's a really sad movie, I don't say like it's fun with sad elements. Like from the get, I'm like, it's a really sad movie. I think I want to say it's more sad than fun and happy.
Right. But I would say Hulk movies wouldn't give you the room for those fun moments, which people do like in 3.
Because here's Guardians 1. Here is sad and here is fun. Guardians 1, you still have Peter Quill and his mom dying and he gets kidnapped and Ravagers and all that, but we're here on the fun factor. Come and get your love, Star-Lord dancing, they're all funny. I think he always injects the emotion into it. I feel will Immortal Hulk be the right story to adapt? There's so many like religious themes and there's a lot of body horror. And I don't think he likes body horror that much because they were showing him photos of Clayface design and he was kind of squeamish about it.
Mhm.
So I think my final answer, I don't think Immortal Hulk would be right for him, but I you know what? I wonder I if I had a chance to ask him a question, it'll probably be what storyline or what direction he would have taken his Hulk.
Well, then this is why you would be able to direct your own movies because you could do the Hulk. You could do the Immortal Hulk movie, and then
I
you would
would do
knock
the
it
Hulk
out of the
justice.
park because you love the Hulk.
I love the Hulk,
You
man.
know,
His
you know
comics are
what to
so
ask.
cool. And I remember telling you this. I was reading was it 23? I was reading Hulk and then I was showing you. It's like, yeah, did you know that they usually dive into like supernatural elements with the Hulk? And you're like, is that like a new thing? And I'm like, not necessarily. Like it's always part of his character because he can see ghosts and he can see
Yeah,
other
he's
beings.
yeah. And then there's the green door element
The
too.
Green Door, which
The one below all.
One Below All, which is like an extension of Ben. There's some crazy things. I started getting some crazy things.
Yeah, all because of that gamma. I didn't realize that for however long that the
Yeah,
gamma route really takes you to the Doctor Strange route
and
too. That magic.
every gamite has access to the Green Door.
Yeah.
So there was a time where yeah, Hulk was dead and then Samson was dead and they kind of meet each other.
Yeah.
And then they
Shit.
walk through the Green Door and they're back and it's some crazy things, some crazy deaths can go with this character. It's so unfortunate that currently people's perception and what they've given us, it's there's so much untapped potential. I think 2003 Hulk gives us it's the best adaptation of the character because it goes into these themes and all these things that I like so much about it. All this
It just
complexity like
was
around the
it
character.
just was a testament to the time because it didn't look that good. But it did
And
cover
I'll
those
give you
things,
that.
and then the absorbing man causing that tornado thing, and it was just going against his father. Like, yeah, like shit.
But if you lay it out on paper and the themes and the script and the character development and all that, it's pristine. That's perfect for a Hulk movie. People weren't ready for
Yeah,
it at the time though, because it was just like the way Superman is unapologetically Superman, hits you over the head with
yeah.
it. This is unapologetically Hulk, and people don't know the Hulk on a level like that.
I feel like Hulk could totally do for like a Dune situation where Dune there was a movie in the 80s or something, and that movie did all right.
Yeah, yeah,
But
with
then now we got new
Fincher.
Dune. Everyone loves Dune. Yeah, we could do that. We could do
Oh,
that for the
I
Hulk.
see exactly what you're saying, like a rehash, which could kind
Yeah, like
of
a
be a
yeah.
good should kind of be a good segue. I'm gonna say one thing, and yeah, another thing is like Hulk is always like kind of like nomadic.
Hmm.
Because I mean, in Immortal Hulk, it's just Bruce walking, and then he goes to a diner, and it's like, fuck, it's almost nighttime. When it's nighttime, it's his time, and the lady's like, whose time? And then they always have, dude, they did this so perfectly. Um, the thought bubble kind of morphs and it kind of crunches, and then it's like a reflection of like Hulk's green eyes peering at Bruce, and it's like, yeah, nighttime is my time. That shit's awesome. You could do
Uh,
something incredibly scary. You
with
could do
really big
something,
forehead, like
yeah,
brow. Yeah,
yeah.
kind
2008,
of
The
looks like
Incredible Hulk.
Frankenstein's monster.
2008, Incredible Hulk. It's an okay movie. It's fine as a Hulk design, because one of my coworkers brought this up and he was trying to fight me on
Oh,
this.
okay. This is good. Okay.
He was trying to fight me on this. I'm like, yeah, he's just so lean. Like it looks like not an achievable build, but like he's got a V taper and he's got his abs are really showing and he looks like he's on a cut. He's defined. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work for me as Hulk as a character.
All
He's
the
like,
striations on his chest.
he's got straight and he's like, yeah, well, Hulk's a big dude, so he's gonna look strong. I'm like, no, 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 but it's not the fact. Yes, he's a big dude, but literally in Hulk Gray, Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale, masterclass. Yeah, they're fighting off Hulk, and it's like, oh, what is that big hulking mass? Like that's what Hulk means. It's just like it sounds like a big word
Yeah, he's just yeah. When you're Hulk,
when
like when you're
when you're
hulking,
hulked. Yeah,
yeah, you're just volume. Like
it's a big hulking mass. Like that's what Hulk is. So Age of Ultron Hulk. He's just
yeah,
a big
Ruffalo's
blob.
was better. Mark
Dude,
Ruffalo.
even the yeah 2012 Mark Ruffalo Hulk. I think that's a better depiction of the physicality. Bro, give me the statue in front of the Hulk roller coaster in Universal, because he's just like
Oh.
a green chewed up Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, he's just like he really is just like you when you have striations, you have like there's a level of like
Because there's a
what's
difference
the
between
word?
veins and striations.
Yeah, because when you could see the strands of your muscles, there's like a what's the word for that? Um,
Like you're just
you really
incredibly
only see you
defined.
really do see that when you're more in the senior route. When you're older and
Yeah,
you have healthy muscles and your striations will show, that's a testament to age,
yeah,
you know. Or if you're geared up, you know, because if you're 20 and you're geared, you do get striations, but like that
yeah,
makes you look 30, you know. Um,
yeah.
Hulk doesn't have age. He does not die. He does gamma and aging is not in the same. It does not work in the same
Mhm.
sentence. He is just muscle,
Yeah, big hulking
large
mass.
muscle,
So yeah,
you
the
know.
bigger and the wider he is, that works for me. Especially like flying through the air. When I can kind of see the figure and recognize like when he's when he's jumping and doing parkour, like that's
Yeah.
just it's Hulk. But like when you see a green blob flying through the air with Hulkbuster, that we're there. Also, like his
No.
face, we can get into that too. Like I think it's gonna be funny to say, but I think some depiction of the Hulk make him too like handsome. I don't like when his face is distinguishable and he's got a jawline and he's
Yeah,
got
like
like
in
a
08.
haircut. Exactly, like
In
he's got a
08. Yeah,
distinguishable
he still
jawline.
has. Yeah, we had
He
this
looks
conversation
cool.
when we used to play Rivals. That Hulk had a fade.
He's got a fresh cut and like
He's over there. You got a haircut. Like
science
he's
does
supposed to
things
look like
like
a monster.
yeah. So like
Technically he has the belt, so like Hulk. That's not like the monster Hulk. That's more of like Hulk in
an
unison with Banner,
extension of
which is why he
Banner.
could go back and forth whenever you like when he chooses to.
Once your
But
ultimate meter reaches 100 and then you have enough yeah.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, Hulk had a fade there. He also didn't have large brows. He didn't look like a Frankenstein monster-esque, which is what you like. Which is why you like Immortal Hulk's design too, because he just got huge fucking brows.
And it's just flat out
Huge
body
brows.
horror. I'll direct a
Yeah,
Beta Ray Bill movie. Spider-Man, I'm so iffy. Just because it's such a respected character. If you do one thing wrong, you're cooked. And I understand the character, but how can I present it in a new way? Because like Hulk, bro, Hulk's easy. I can direct a Hulk movie, which is we haven't seen enough of Hulk to know what the gold standard is. We have
we should get
Toby's
a good
movies
Venom
and people
movie.
like
I got you,
Andrew,
man. I got you, man.
Kevin Feige, and Amy Pascal. I mean, I don't know if you want to work
Dude,
for
just call us
Sony, but
up. We'll totally just do it. Like
we would love that. That'd be cool. I have a banger idea for a Hulk movie. Story for another time.
we're
Speaking of
the
Hulk being in
okay.
movies and potentially being
Mhm.
angry again. I know I cut you off again. I apologize.
No,
But
it's fine because I was gonna say something stupid. We're actually going somewhere with this conversation.
Spider-Man Brand New Day. Do you think we're gonna see Savage Hulk come back?
We need to. The answer is we need to.
Yes, we do.
We need to. We need to because we already have for many years complained about Professor Hulk.
Right.
No one likes Professor Hulk. The only thing we like about it is when he gave the fucking enchilada or whatever the fuck the taco
The
to
hard
Ant-Man,
yeah. Right.
and that's just
Yeah.
a laughable moment. We don't need laughable Hulk moments. We need
Dab.
Hulk moments. Yeah, we needed him fighting his urge to no longer be Bruce because the Hulk wanted to actually live the world and not hide within inside Bruce Banner,
It's like
you
Dr.
know?
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde on like crazy steroids. Like it takes that
Yeah.
story and elevates it so much further.
Yeah, those stories are super interesting to pull off. And Professor Hulk, you really limit the character. Because what are you gonna do? He literally did it himself. Oh, I don't know, I don't really do that anymore. And he just like slams a
Right.
car. It's like you're not cool, dude.
Because you have to have a whole war before you get at peace and like I mean they send him off world and he had a little bit of that in Ragnarok and I still don't think they took him to the lengths they should have before they reconciled. They just
And
did
it's
not
really
get to the Hulk we
difficult.
need to see.
It's really difficult to try to find a way to revert to that because in the whole phase of Marvel, they led to him becoming Professor Hulk because like how Professor Hulk said he was like we kind of went in tandem and we kind of linked and we in agreement. Now it's gonna be really hard to like break that chain,
You want to know what they're
especially
saying
how
though?
many years it took to get there. Huh?
You want to know what they're saying about that though?
What did they say?
So you played the Spider-Man games. You're familiar with Mr. Negative and what he can do. You tap
Yes.
into your inner demons and what makes you tick.
Oh, Mr.
Hulk is
Negative's gonna.
confirmed. They haven't confirmed Mr. Negative yet, but
But the
Mr.
logo you
Negative could
mentioned in
totally
the
weaponize
car.
the inner demons. Yeah, exactly. The demons, and you played the Insomniac games.
Yeah,
You know what Mr. Negative can do. Obviously, you get into those negative emotions. It's
gives
like
you that
it's the
hate.
inverse, the negative zone and all that. It's gonna be so easy to just unleash that monster again because that's the thing with
See,
Hulk
that would work. That would
that
work.
that could work. What else was I
Okay,
gonna
that's
say?
good. That's good. Okay, there's a level
That's
of cookingness in
that's
there.
what people are saying, and
Shit.
it's funny because in Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron, Wanda tries to weaponize Hulk, I think, and I forgot what movie it is. Oh, in Infinity War, Loki tries to weaponize Hulk once again. They always try to make him a villain or weaponize him. So imagine Mr. Negative trying to weaponize Hulk once again. Will it stick
Yeah.
though? Will we have the Savage Hulk back that we want to see? We just have to wait and see. But
Mm.
like the ingredients are there. The ingredients are there. They could totally go that route.
And the Punisher could just totally be taking out the goons because,
What the
you
hell the
know,
Punisher gonna do?
yeah, because the Punisher's not gonna fight the Hulk, but the Punisher's definitely gonna be able to like, because if Mr. Negative is in question, or Scorpion, that would be cool.
Dude,
Him
I'm
versus
so excited.
Scorpion.
I'm so excited. The actor's cool. Have
Yeah,
you seen the actor in anything
yeah.
else?
The actor himself. Well, he
Have you seen him in any of the
in that
projects?
one after credits, I recognize him to look like a crazy guy. So like, I feel like he would work for the
You play
Scorpion
Far
because the
Cry 3?
Scorpion's nuts. Oh, that's him.
Yeah, dude. I'm so excited.
Oh, that's
I'm
perfect
so
casting.
excited. He's awesome.
Oh,
Ah.
shit. Oh shit. Ah.
I am so excited. Yeah,
Oh
he's cool.
fuck. That's awesome.
He's
That's
also posted
awesome.
on his
Wow.
Instagram. He posted on his Instagram the tattoo, the scorpion tattoo, and he
Yeah,
posted
yeah, 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 yeah.
cover art in his story. So he's confirmed 100%. We will be seeing Scorpion again. So
Scorpion can cause Hulk to hallucinate, and then that'll make a really easy way. That'll make it easy. If negative is not in this, Scorpion could do it too. Because like
yeah,
in the PlayStation games, he hallucinated Miles Morales,
yeah, and also Peter.
making him think the world is lava, just going up and down, whatever the water, whatever the fuck. He hallucinated for a fuck ass long time. The Hulk is so easily manipulatable,
Yeah, just
whatever the
cause
fuck,
like it's
malleable in that regard.
yeah,
You do that because like Scorpion's venom or poison. It's not like a regular poison. That's
yeah,
a very enhanced poison.
yeah,
So
an
that could be
advanced
enough to make the Hulk rage.
hallucinogen. What's the word?
Hallucinogen.
Hallucinogen. Yeah, but yeah,
Hallucinogen.
it's a super like, potent version of like
Yeah, and the Hulk won't die, but the Hulk will probably have a side effect. That would
yeah.
work. And then Spider-Man fights the Hulk. You know.
And then we get to
Um.
see a really cool showcase of strength.
Yeah.
And then he
I
punches
remember
into
you told
space. No, I'm
me.
just kidding.
I remember you told me that Spider-Man was able to punch the Hulk out of Earth.
Yeah,
But I also learned that in that instance, he was assisted. I think he had like a cosmic entity in the Spider-Man to help him do that.
yeah,
So, but
it's
that
true.
would be cool regardless, like
He's still pretty
that.
strong though. Like they could
Yeah, because all he has
scrap.
to do is hold him down with
Yeah,
webbing or whatever. He
and
can't win.
he'll really piss Hulk off doing that.
Exactly. That would be fun. That would be really fun. Punisher's just gonna be doing
Let
whatever.
me tell you
You
something. Let
know.
me tell you, he's gonna be taking a
Let
nap.
me
Just
tell you
kidding.
something.
No naps for the
I
Punisher.
think I think I think if Punisher 1v1 Scorpion, that'll be cool.
That'd be really interesting to see.
Because Scorpion is like a ravaged animal. I don't know.
The
He's
anti
he's
Spider-Man.
the perfect bioweapon. He was
Yeah,
made to fight Spider-Man, like you just said.
which is
He's
so
meant for
cool.
that.
Yeah,
And the Punisher he just cannot die.
he's always the lone survivor. It's so
He
funny.
survives everything.
I saw a
So
meme.
I
I
feel
sent it
like
to
a fight.
Joshua. It was like
Yeah.
Goku and like Luffy and like Saitama on the ground, and it was just like John Bernthal with like a gun in the air, like with a trench coat walking.
God, bro, he would survive the end of the universe, dude. He survives everything.
I told
Just
you
like in
this
Halloween Horror Nights.
exactly. 2001 Halloween
Yeah,
Horror Nights, where they had
Captain
Carnage
America
kill
shield is on
all
the
the heroes.
ground.
They had Carnage
Yeah,
kill all the heroes, and Universal did not like that, or what was it? Marvel did not like that at
Punisher's
all.
leading everybody home.
Punisher's up by the exit, telling people to get out and survive. He always survives these sort of things. It's so funny, but like it kind of makes
Yeah,
sense because he always has that like that fortitude to just like not die.
or just know where to be at the right time.
Exactly. It's a pretty funny running joke, but it makes sense. I wonder how their
Yeah.
dynamics gonna play out. There's a lot of characters in the movie, but
Hmm.
just by the suit alone, and I guess what I've seen it in motion, and I guess they're filming. They've closed down 60 streets in Glasgow. They're in England currently, and they're filming like a big.
Spider-Man.
They're filming a big action sequence, and I just think it's gonna look really cool. It feels like I mean Kevin Feige said it will now be a proper Spider-Man story, so we're thankfully returning back to street level. I don't know, all the ingredients are there to have something at least entertaining. Will it be the
Yeah,
best Spider-Man movie? I mean, you guys know how I
we'll
feel about
see.
Spider-Man 2, but I'm so open, and I would love if it happens to be better than the ones I really enjoy. I'm all for it. I really would want this one to be really good or as good as it can because I didn't like the fact that I wasn't as fond as Tom's movies as I could have been as a Spider-Man fan. I want to like everything that this property delivers, and
But yeah.
Homecoming didn't do it for me. Far From Home definitely didn't do it for me. And No Way Home was
Hmm.
fun, but it was more multiversal adventure than multiversal buddy cop movie as opposed to like a simple Spider-Man story.
Yeah.
So if we
Like
can
soap opera story.
if we can get it right, yeah, because it's an excellent point that you always mention. Just Spider-Man works best, and he is essentially just soap opera. It's those telenovelas that your grandparents watch, but it's just like a modernized version of it, one that we can relate to, and that's why whenever a telenovela is playing, and you're like, oh my god, she
Yeah.
cheated on him. She cheated on him, and then
Mi
she kissed his
amor.
mom. Yeah,
Yeah.
the humanity. Like those things are
Oh.
just in our nature. They're just interesting to see, and we see how it plays out, and everything's connected to another. That's just what's so compelling about Spider-Man. How
Yep.
his best friend's dad, they've helped him out with a lot of things. They maybe gave him a place to stay. They offer him jobs. His best friend's dad ends up being the Green Goblin, one of his most nefarious villains. How about that?
Yeah.
That's
Shit.
just yeah.
What you gotta do, huh? Yeah. So, shit,
What
shit.
about what about you? How you feeling? How you feeling about Brand New Day?
I'm excited now that because we spoke about this. Because originally I was like, what the fuck are they gonna do with the Hulk, man? What are you gonna do
Yeah.
with the Hulk?
You know
What
what?
is
Yeah, I had the
Punisher?
same sentiment, and then you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Say, what's happening? What's happening with the Punisher? What are we doing? We're not shooting in New York. We're going. We're shooting internationally. Is this no longer a city level movie? What the fuck happened? And then now
Right.
everything is coming together. The suit's good. What we're theorizing and now we're working because now we know Scorpion's there. Maybe Mr. Negative.
Maybe Tombstone too.
You
There's
know.
a lot of characters being named and listed.
Ah, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
Oh shit, Tombstone, dude. Tombstone, Chameleon.
That'd be
I'm
really
just thinking of.
interesting. Although
I'm just thinking of.
he was in the post credit scene of Craven the Hunter.
Okay, so no Chameleon.
They had Dimitri in Far From Home, and that's Chameleon's name, and he's Craven's brother, and but like
Yeah, the brother.
whatever.
Yeah, none of that.
This
Yeah,
could be really good. This we're obviously a year out. We're about a year out. There's
yeah,
a lot that comes out, and like I said, once you
yeah,
slap the name Spider Man on anything, I can't help but be excited.
yeah. Okay, now I am having a little bit of high hopes on that because that's yeah. Now
They
that you
just
say it,
have all the
yeah,
ingredients. Like they if they lock in, this should be all the ingredients for like a really cool Spider Man movie. A really fun,
yeah,
a really action packed, and like I don't know much about plot details, but from the cast and stuff so far, they're cooking. I'm gonna let them cook. I'm gonna let them cook.
What I would want them to not do is have Hulk be fixed, quote unquote, by the end of the movie,
Okay.
and have him be like, because let's say that Venom just has a permanent alteration to the relationship between Bruce and Banner and the Hulk, which can work
That'd be
because he
so
can
interesting.
argue
Yeah.
with him. He can argue with himself when he's hallucinating. He's literally with the Hulk in those moments, and that
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, he argues, they have an argument, and then there's just something that does not work anymore.
hmm
And then now it turns to a Jekyll and Hyde back and forth relationship instead
Yeah,
of
it's
a
like those
tandem
sort of things where
relationship.
like you have a
And then
bad
he will
high and you don't return to
yeah.
yeah, cooking,
And
cooking.
then now by the rest of whatever's going on until Doomsday, or was Doomsday before or after?
Doomsday's after.
Doomsday, yeah. By the
Mm.
time Doomsday shows up, he will still be the Hulk that we recognize. A troubled a troubled relationship between monster and human, and when can we have them come out? But when it's Professor Hulk, it doesn't work because he's already a fixed character. There's no need for him to, if he's going to be Professor Hulk in the new Spider-Man movie, there's no real need for him to be there except for contract.
Except
But if
for
we if we
contractual reasons, yeah.
if we change his character, if we fix the proper usage for fix, actually make him Hulk again, that'll be interesting. Because now he will continuously struggle, and then we'll have more Hulk moments, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Well said. That was a good take. But
Thank you,
yeah, cuz
man.
at first we're like, "Man, Hulk, what can they do?" But now that, you know, things are coming out,
What do you think about that, guys?
let us know and follow us on TikTok cuz we're having a lot of fun on there. I personally like responding to essentially each and every comment as much as I can get to. I love having those discussions over there. We like
Yeah, and then
interacting. We like having
you'll know
these
who's talking to you. You'll know who's talking to you because I'll put my name in the thing, and Anthony will put his name in the thing, and you'll know who. And you could probably recognize just by how we text the
just by how
answers.
we type out. But
You
yeah, we
know.
usually sign off on our text, and then you know, if it's comic book stuff or you know what I like, you know what he likes. So
Yeah.
but yeah, we can appeal to a broad audience that way too. So
Yeah.
if you guys want to hang out, we're posting on TikTok and we're having fun doing it. So yeah, is there anything else you want to cover? I think we've been going on for quite a long time.
That's a good amount of time. We'll
Yeah.
be playing Peak now.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up our day not by editing this. Just kidding. I mean, we do
Maybe
want
a
to
little
play.
bit.
Peak's a lot of fun. If you guys want to see Peak gameplay,
Yeah. No, I'm really excited on the thought because I played like 3 games, only 3, and I that's fuck shit the
we
game.
got everything like orientated, like our screens and everything, and they were just like, what if we like play games and kind of because we
Yeah,
got the
we just have
recording
the
thing down.
screen there.
Yeah,
Screen's already there, dude. I feel like that
gameplay
would be
coming
really
up? Question
hilarious.
mark? Because that's another thing. We spend a lot of time playing games, not as much as we used to,
Mm.
but we have fun whenever we play games, and
We'll have a good day. We'll have a good day
it's definitely
while
more
playing.
more hilarious because we have like our professional conversations, our serious takes. There's things we want to talk about. We're just like shooting the shit when we play games. Like they're hysterical. It's so much
Yeah.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just a bunch of screaming and like fart
yeah.
jokes and whatever.
And then I fall like 50 feet. Like
Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. No, that That'll be insane. Insane. That'll be really funny. And then maybe I'm just spitballing here. I'm just spitballing here. Man, I don't tell me I forgot. I was like maybe. Oh man, what did I call it? I was thinking of like a mode we can play where if we play a game where it's a versus in versus, I had like a battery theme, a battery name for it. Oh man, no, I forgot about it. I will tell you later. I forgot.
It's gonna come to us.
But I was walking around my house and then it just came out from my mind like this beautiful idea. I'm like, dude, it was a perfect name because we got like the double A battery, like like
Yeah.
you guys
And that
get it,
cool
you
ass
get it,
profile picture.
dude, you get it. So like, oh sorry, whatever. So yeah, I had a genius name. I
It'll come to
forgot.
us.
I'll remember it though.
It'll
It'll
come to
come.
us.
But for now, I'll be playing Peek and trying to remember.
Thank you guys so much for
Blah, 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 blah,
thank you guys
blah,
so
blah,
much
blah,
for
blah, blah,
watching.
blah.
More skits, more episodes, more of everything coming soon.
Maybe more games.
Maybe more games if you guys vibe with that. We do because we have fun playing games. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's pretty much everything. We'll see you guys at the movies.
Woohoo!